Good evening, or good day, depending on where in the world you are. Welcome to Rokk Players. We are a few phases short for now, but I hope and think
do I
you'll
need
join
to, do I
any
need to sit
minute.
up?
So.
Do I need to sit up straight then? Sorry.
No. You can don't worry. We have, as usual, Holtz.
Season greetings.
We have myself, and we also have VetCloud Gaming. Hello.
VetCloud says hello.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. Third person.
Holtz.
You remembered.
Holtz A, B, C, D all say hello as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just noticed the.
Keeping the jokes coming from a few weeks ago. Good.
Great,
Awesome. I love it.
Great stuff.
So how have your weeks been?
Gaming, snow, a 5-year-old, and gaming. It's pretty much just my life.
I'm being British, complaining that it's too cold. So it's freezing here, so I'm like, it's cold. We don't get no snow. It's cold. It's freezing. It's cold.
If I complain that it's cold where I'm at, I mean, obviously it's snowing. Does that make me British too?
Yes, that's it. Let's keep all the British spirit. That's it.
There we go.
Yeah, I as a Viking just welcome the cold.
Yeah. Bjorn's like, welcome snow, and we're like, me and Beth are like, with our British spirit, damn, humbug, get out of here.
Yeah.
I think I yelled at my kid humbug earlier.
Yeah, and Rokk is joining any minute now. His PC decided to do a Windows update. You all know how that can be.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
He'll update, then when he comes in, something's going to break.
There's nothing better when you keep on hitting remind me next time, then it finally catches up to you and you're like, damn.
I can't get out of it again.
But yeah, so Vet, what have you've been playing? You mentioned gaming twice, so I'm assuming a lot.
Wolfenstein, actually. I just started. I after I beat Spider-Man Miles Morales, I was playing just a bunch of other stuff, but I hopped on. I ended up buying PlayStation's Plus Premium for the year because it was on sale around Black Friday, and then I just started Wolfenstein: The New Blood. I don't know, whichever it's called. I just started that one because I played all of the Wolfenstein games before, but I just started it up again on PlayStation, and I've been enjoying that one. It's always fun to run around and kill me some Nazis.
Yeah, that is fun.
In a video game.
Yeah.
Killing people in video games is always fun. Not in real life.
Exactly. So, Holtz, what have you been playing?
So I've just been kicking back playing Need for Speed Unbound on my PC, just relaxing with a few songs in the background, and also I've just been doing some I've been joining some streams on like the Pokemon side. I found some like new Pokemon streamers, so I was like, I'll jump in and sort of help them out, I guess. So I've been just relaxing, saving my energy, ready for Final Fantasy Core Crisis Reunion. So I've just been
nice,
keeping that mindset relaxed, calm. Let's go into the holidays and then hit the game and hard.
And chat, what have you been playing while I go over what I've been playing? So, I mean, for me, it's been very much Vampire Survivors, still grinding that hard. But also, I did get the opportunity to try out Marvel's Midnight Suns. I'll try that out yesterday, before I got ready to go to the Christmas party with work. So, I had fun. I really like that game so far. It's like everything I like about strategy games, like all different genres of strategy games, and then they combine it into an XCOM game. And I always wanted to play an XCOM game, so it's like, oh yeah, nice.
I've always wanted to play it because the characters are there, like Venom, Wolverine, and stuff like that, all like the anti-heroes. And I added to my basket, and then the price shot up, and I was like, damn, I've missed my chance to get a cheap game.
Damn it, yeah. Hi, Rokk.
I can't believe you're still playing that vampire thing. I mean, just run around like
it's
bullets
so
everywhere.
Addictive. It's incredibly addictive. No,
I do that with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I've beaten the game, and I still go back and run around, and but I just slaughter people, so it's not really the same. It's not very Christmassy of a game to play right now. The way
be honest,
I'm playing Wolfenstein, so how Christmassy can I be?
Be honest, the addiction to see how far you can get wave by wave and try and beat your record.
Sort of, yeah. Like there are so many unlocks. Like you can unlock. It's like you have this weapon, and then there's some sort of combination item that goes with that weapon, and to unlock that, you need to get to a certain level with the weapon that you had. So and I think in total is there like 44 characters you can unlock, each with their own abilities, and then there is like an equal amount of items you can unlock, and then like try different combos with them. The items can evolve if you have certain combinations of them, making it even more powerful. And then there's a bunch of different maps, and I've unlocked like 5 maps, I think, and I think there's at least a few more, and they're coming up with another one soon as well. So it's like there's a lot of you're just running around dodging enemies and spraying weapons around you, but there is a lot of like depth to it once you really start getting into it.
Where are they based? The developer?
I don't know. Good question.
I'm bound to be Swedish.
Sounds like
Everybody is these days. They all are.
Yeah. Developer Conco.
It definitely sounds like a very festive game, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at you in front of your log fire. Look at that.
I know. I wish that my chair would show, because then you could see that I'm leaning back.
I love the lighting. It literally looks like you're right there. It's really cool.
Now I need just a cup of tea.
A cup of tea.
A cup of cocoa.
Cup of Horlicks. You want a cup of Horlicks?
How does he sleep at night, Horlicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's I think they are Italian. No, UK based.
The UK based.
Italian name, but the guy is named Luca.
Luca.
They're based in the UK.
He lives on the second floor. Lives right upstairs from you. You want to get in touch? Get him on, man.
Yeah, we should
get an interview.
Definitely do that. Yeah, and I mean, I think this started out as a you can play as a demo in the browser, and then there was also a demo on mobile. But now it's gone from mobile, so now who knows? Maybe it comes back.
No, I did give it a little go, and I can absolutely see the appeal. What I played was good fun, and you progress and you build your character up and everything, and it's
so accessible.
Simple.
It's so it's beautifully simple. I find it so it's a perfect game to just sit if you have a quite long, boring meeting, and you can have, and you're allowed to have your camera off, or you can just sit there.
Don't tell you.
I was actually worried that I was going to
doesn't watch the show, right?
Exactly.
And
I'm assuming not.
I'm going to take it into the staff room and say, "Don't worry, Bjorn said it's a great game to not pay attention to you."
See, John used to say things like that, and now look, he's not on anybody's show anymore. His boss put his foot down.
We're lucky he streams so much because that's the only way we get to see him.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Rokk, what have you been playing this week?
So I've been playing Callisto Protocol, but I've got to an impasse with it, if I'm honest, because it's actually quite a tough game, and even on all of the all the easy modes, because you've got aim assist and stuff and everything, all of that employed. Because it's not just a game about killing; you've got to use the environment as well, and there come points in the game where you're just deluged with enemies, and some of them have very specific kill points if you don't hit them right. And I noticed somebody else mentioned this earlier on Twitter. It's not like when you die and you just go back a small amount with the map. There's only like a save point at the beginning of each level.
Oh, I hate that.
No,
right, and you can be 40 minutes into the damn thing and die, and then you wipes you back to the beginning.
That happened to me. If that happened to me one time, I'm like, I think I'm done with this game.
I mean, it's kind of like
I would play it because of that.
and I'm getting to that point now, if I'm honest with you. Because I'm at this. I don't know how far into the game I am, and I've got to be a good midway. I would have thought. I don't think it's a particularly big game, but you see this more and more these days with games relying on being more difficult than extensive. It's easier for them to just ramp up the bullet sponginess and everything than it is to. Than it is to just add another 7 maps in, if you see my point.
No, I see what you mean. We have another guest.
There he is.
There you go.
Oh,
What's
going on, guy? Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good to see you, buddy.
Appreciate you inviting me. Yeah.
No,
Hello. Happy to have
absolutely.
you on. How you doing?
But it's been a minute,
I'm
as
good.
they say.
I'm good. I'm good. Just getting ready for work in about an hour. I should be hour two, hour in an hour about to head to work. So
Whereabouts are you? Which coast are you on? Or which time zone, I suppose, is the more important thing.
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so
He's an hour in the future from me.
oh, really? I hope you kept it warm for him.
I try, but I'm going to the East Coast in 2 weeks. So hopefully I'm bringing the Minnesota winters eastward.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
I like that.
Christmas background.
Yeah, like
See,
that. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it on the app. I don't know how to do it on this though.
I'm glad
that's the
that
most-
I'm glad Bjorn dropped you in right next to me because now at least I'm looking at somebody. Before I was looking out the window.
Yeah, I know.
That's the most positivity Vet's got. Everyone tuned in. I mean, Vet, I love your fireplace, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just closes up the place for all of us.
He's going
so,
to
hey,
go back out to his wife and say, "Can we get one of these fireplace fixes here? It looks lovely."
Yeah.
Can I get it for?
yeah.
Can we get one for Christmas? I've been a good boy.
No.
That's what it would be.
Yeah.
I almost was gonna not be on the show because I was at Walmart earlier picking up some photos that my wife had ordered, and they had PlayStation 5 consoles there,
Oh yeah.
and I was close to buying one, but I also know that in the back of my head, my voice inside my head was saying, "If you buy it, she will kill you."
They will come.
Yeah.
So I was like, I showed Dr. Spaceman. He's like, "Go ahead, buy it right now." I said, "If I buy it, my wife will kill me, then divorce me, resurrect my body just to kill me a second time." I said, "It's not worth it."
See, the thing is that you've changed, mate. Because a year ago,
I know.
you never considered your wife. You just went out and bought shit.
There are certain things I still do. She doesn't know about. So, just not like that expensive. I can get away with if it's about 100.
I'm also assuming she doesn't watch this show.
No, she doesn't watch any of my shows.
Yeah.
Mine neither, mate. When we
Same-
first
same
start, they're all partners. Oh yeah, let's watch it. And then like within about 4 shows, they're like, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go and do something else."
She said she's tuned in. She's tuned in, and it's usually I tune in and just put it on in the background when I'm getting ready for work, and then I turn it off because it's kind of. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but it's kind of boring.
Like I can't wait till
and you
Spider-Man
sound like an idiot.
I can't wait till Spider-Man 2 comes out and Vet's going to be kicking himself. I knew I should have got that
Spider-Man 2,
PlayStation
huh?
5. Yeah.
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 No,
He'll
well, I have
he'll
a movie
get
in
one.
6
He's
I will.
He
I just
will.
have to
It'll
wait because I'm
happen.
going on vacation. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks, and then I'm moving in 6 months. So I kind of have my
wow.
finances are kind of.
where's the vacay?
I'm going to Virginia in 2 weeks to spend Christmas with my family, and then we get back, and then I have to actually start packing the house up because I move in 6 months, and I've been procrastinating for like 2.5 years so far.
Yeah, you can procrastinate
that's-
another
January
2
will
weeks.
be almost 3 years.
That's when
of
the
procrastinating.
that's when the prison sentence starts in 6 months. Is it? How long are you down
on.
for?
No, I already told her how I told her how I can pack. I said, just let me pack everything. And she said, and how is that going to be? I said, all in one box. Shove it on the truck. Deal with it when we get there. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I can have this whole entire 3-story house packed in probably like an hour and a half, and just
Are you
cram everything in
are
boxes.
you going back to Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be an hour ahead. So I'll, I probably will never ever watch any of Ray's streams again at that point because he'll be too far. It'll be 1:00 in the morning. I can't stay up that late.
Yeah,
That's
no.
way past my bedtime.
Yeah, you're
My
getting
bedtime's
too old.
like 9 p.m. I am. My bedtime. If I stay up past, I'm dragging every day because I'm up till like 1:00 in the morning. I need to be in bed like at 9:30 at the latest. I'm old at this point.
Oh wow.
The less sleep I get, the more I look like Father Time just slap me around.
Wow. You work? Do you work kind of shifts then? Do you, Chariot? Your times?
Yeah. I get off at I work like 4:30, depending 4:30 to 11:30, depending on the
Okay.
restaurant. The restaurant that I work at, and on Friday I was working from like 4:30 to 5:30. It depends. It all depends. I don't
Bjorn's
really
not
do
bored. Bjorn's not
No.
bored at all about your
No,
shifts.
sorry. I'm just prepping in the background. Trying to make it smooth, but I messed up.
much. Yeah,
I'm prepping.
I don't do much though. I don't do much. I don't really do much
Yeah.
there. So that's why I be on I be all in the chats when you.
Yeah, but no, that's pretty good hours though, because then you get there. I mean, you go home, you go to bed, and then you've got the whole of the day
Yeah.
to pretty much do what you want to do, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
I work the evenings now for now, but there's
Yeah.
other things I like to do outside of, and I can't
Yeah.
get there. So I also like to go
Yeah.
to my basketball stuff and all that sports stuff.
Oh,
and
wow.
I can't go there because
Oh, because of the
it's
night.
during job. So
Yeah, yeah. And that does that include weekends then, or just evenings?
only on Saturday I work. I work one
Okay.
Saturday and then I got Sunday and Monday off. So
Right. But of
nice.
course, they probably don't have any games on the Sunday, do they? That's the problem.
yeah, I play games. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, not the games, but games.
No. Oh no. Oh, in New York City that don't stop.
Yeah.
In New York
Oh,
City,
right,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
It's every day.
basically, depending on the schedule.
Gotcha.
You
You see, you're not much of a basketball kind of fan, though, are you? Vet, you're more your sort of egg-shaped ball, aren't you?
Yeah. I watch it, but I wait till the playoffs and then I get involved. And I probably shouldn't say that because I have a sports talk show. So I should just say, yes, I love all sports.
Yeah. He particularly loves women's diving. I've no idea why.
Yeah, and beach
I thought you were
volleyball.
saying,
Big fan of beach volleyball.
That's what
Oh.
I was about to say that. Not that I
Yeah.
watch that all the time. I don't know why I got so excited.
Yeah, like a bit too excited there, mate.
Yeah. Do you? Go, Charit. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, all three like Hortz. I know Rock, you were from England, but Hortz, you England
Yes.
too, right?
Yes,
He is.
I'm
And
adopted
Borg in the
side.
red England too, right?
No, I'm Sweden.
Oh, you're from Sweden. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. How's it
Stockholm,
out
Sweden.
there?
Yeah.
I mean it's kind of nice. It's a bit cold right now. I think it's like minus 9 degrees Celsius outside. So
Yeah, he's closer to He's closer to Santa Claus than we are, though.
yeah,
So he gets his present sooner.
I wish.
I think that's what that game was based off of. That Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think it's based off of your country.
No, that's Norway. So that's right,
Norway.
like the
Yeah.
right
But
on.
it's very close. Very
Yeah,
close
very
to
close.
Sweden. Right. I mean, it's
our
literally next door.
It's basically a little brother. We make fun of them. They try to make fun of us. Hate horribly.
No,
They have oil
That's it.
though, so we kind of hate them for that.
That wasn't the
Oh, wow.
country that was in the movie Frozen, was it?
Also Norway. Norway.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I just
Do
remember
you
the guy
want to
that-
build a snowman?
I can imagine Bjorn sitting there with his GPS trying to track Santa, and he makes sure he goes the long way round and delivers him last. Just
No. I try to make sure that he doesn't go to Norway.
Yeah.
damn you, Santa! Don't you dare!
Yeah. Do you
but,
fire that Google thing up? My kids love that. When you can see
I did last
across-
year, and they
Yeah.
did find it interesting for a while, and then they kind of
Yeah.
zoned out.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
only for so long. But it's quite cool because you can teach them where countries and things are,
Yeah.
can't you?
No, definitely, it's fun.
My
So-
kid only
Yeah.
cares about one country. I can try to show him anywhere else in the world. And it's not even the U.S. He's like, Dad, I want to go somewhere. Where do you want to go? Dad, drive me to Antarctica. What? I don't think that's possible. Get in the car, Dad. We're driving there. I was like, I don't think you understand that it's physically not possible to drive there.
Well,
No.
my,
I don't
my,
care. I
niece,
want to go. I'm like,
my niece and nephew, Santa Claus usually comes around the streets these days and give like selection boxes and like Cadbury selection boxes. It's like a gift they do every year.
Is he
And,
called
but-
Jimmy Savile?
No, and all the kids were shouting, Santa, have you brought me a selection box? Are you still coming back for Christmas? And all the kids are like, you only got like £1 selection box, and they all think
Hang on,
that's the gift.
hang on. Listen, we need to qualify this. You've got some old guy walking around the
No,
streets of Liverpool giving kids chocolates.
No, what happens is it's a Liverpool council that like sort of sponsor like like light floats to go around the streets and stuff like that. And then what happens was they play music about like 7 o'clock at night, like all the Christmas hits, and everyone goes out and like waves at like
Oh, for
like,
charity and stuff.
put,
Is it?
like
You
light
put
floats, yeah, and then
Yeah.
they give the kids selection boxes, but it's like this whole theme. And then for some strange reason, we have farmers going around with tractors, beeping horns, and they've got like
giving them carrots.
yeah. Don't forget to give this to Rudolph. Help your local farmer. Here we go.
yeah. And then some guy comes around with cookies. And you got that. It's the whole thing, isn't it? It's like Amazon for Christmas. It's all coming round to you.
Yeah. But gents, before we get on with the news, Rokk, do you want to do the giveaway blurb?
Oh, do I have to?
Yeah, no, you don't have.
mean,
There's giveaways.
I mean,
Oh no,
that's
just
it.
get on with the news. Yeah. Go to rockshow.com. It's all there. You know
Yeah.
you know it's
There we go.
Yeah.
Good enough.
I'm a guest, mate. It's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
job. I'm guesting
isn't even his
today.
show.
No.
Yeah. So, but there's some great giveaways going on over at Rokk website. So go over there, join them.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not? What you got? What do you have to lose, right?
Yeah. I've already lost it.
Yeah. And the rest of us have only things to gain.
But I've lost it.
But you're right. Shall we jump into the news then?
Yeah.
First off, we have some, as usual, it's GFN Thursday, so GFN news.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so Witcher 3 obviously getting the next gen update coming to GFN.
Really? That's nice.
And
Talking of GFN news, a little bird tells me, actually a little birdie that's secreted in that large red beard, that somebody may have become a GeForce Now ambassador this week.
yeah,
Who would
Yeah,
that
yeah.
possibly be?
I think it might possibly be me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I joined the.
I was going to have some guesses there.
I got invited to that. No, you're not allowed to guess.
Well,
Yeah,
me and Vet already are.
yeah.
And I mean, it could have been Chariot, but he wouldn't have had a little birdie in his beard. So
No.
it was.
I was honestly thinking it was Holtz.
I know.
just,
I've got a beard this week. I was like, have I become an ambassador? Or
False.
something?
That's not a beard. That's
No, I
that's
know.
That's some odd hairs.
I said,
That's spirit up there.
A winter breeze.
This is a beard.
A winter breeze will knock this off.
I think he's getting ready for cosplay as Captain Ahab from Moby Dick.
This game right here.
Jeez. Yeah.
This game is a classic right here, boy.
Yeah, so good. And I mean, have you guys seen the footage they made about the next gen trailer, the next gen content?
No.
I have not.
Because I mean, it's not just like we added some ray tracing. It's like we added. We went back and fixed a bunch of quests that were broken. We added some extra quests. Like I think they added a quest line that rewards you with the armor from the Netflix TV show. They added different new camera modes. Because one of the devs was like, "Yeah, I tried this thing as a fun."
Chariot,
side
you got to
project."
shout at him, mate, because he'll just keep going.
No.
I heard there was some of the DLCs where you added some DLCs that were tied in. Well, you said shout, so I'm shouting.
Hey.
Oh, it wasn't directed towards me. Let me mute myself.
Had this for the Switch, so this day is it's a classic right here. So it's like I was
Yeah.
saying him.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Switch version won't get the next gen update though. But
Yeah. Oh no.
Which
Bah
version?
humbug.
What?
the Switch version.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, it's impressive that they managed to get the game on Switch at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of huge.
Man.
Yeah, it's like anyone who hasn't played the game, play it. It's
Is it
amazing.
quite new? Is
I
it
haven't.
fairly recent on Switch?
years.
Last year, right?
Oh, okay. No, I thought it was like a few weeks ago.
I mean, I love this game. I've put like 200 hours in, and I feel like if I go and check the next gen, I'll be like, okay, just a little bit more. Then I realise I've put 400 hours in. Oh,
Best games
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
One of the best games of all time. This game right
Definitely.
here.
I played 2 hours of it. Does that,
What do you think about it?
it wasn't for me.
In fact, I have played about the same. I have played about the same amount. Yeah.
oh,
It wasn't my style. It's nothing against it. I like the game. It looks good. It just wasn't my style.
There's no gun.
Yeah.
No, it's just
And also, it takes
sword.
a couple of hours to really get going with the story and get you invested.
Yeah, that's what everybody said about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I said that game is dumb too, and I didn't like it. So, I mean, maybe it's just my opinion. Doesn't matter.
Well, no, it is your opinion. I mean, to be honest, though, it's like with Cyberpunk. I don't know what it is with CD Projekt Red. These are amazing games. There's no question of that, and I don't know
like
why
Cyberpunk,
it doesn't
though.
hook me in. I know.
Cyberpunk does.
It's
But
amazing.
I've seen other people play it, and then when I played, I'm like, weird. How I played is not how everyone else plays it. I don't understand.
I think I have a hunch as to why.
What's
but,
the difference here?
I think the main problem there might be you. But
I think it is. The last time I played Cyberpunk, it was a 2-hour stream, and all I did was run from the cops.
Yeah, I've never had the
shot a
crap
few
chase
people.
after me in Cyberpunk. So
See, what I love about this game is that I can put the time into like sort of find clues, hunt the monster, what I assume is the monster, sort of put oils over my weapon and me arm, and assume that it's like an elden vampire. Then I realise I've just done everything wrong, which makes the battle 10 times harder. And I'm like, why wasn't I paying attention?
Yeah.
So I feel like that it makes me invested into actually paying attention into the lore and the characters. And
How much do you think the TV series has been part of the impetus for them to revisit the game? Because it's got a whole new audience, hasn't it?
yeah, I think I think the peak numbers on Steam was when the TV show launched. Season one,
Really?
I think season one of the TV show,
Probably
and season
that was-
season two
I'm-
made like peak numbers.
I'm betting that was the deciding factor to redo the whole thing.
Yeah,
And isn't
That's
there
good.
Henry Cavill? Isn't there a Henry Cavill skin?
yeah, they had but he's dropping
but
out
he's-
after season 3, but unfortunately,
Because he's Superman.
So they
It's not
got,
important.
that's good.
You don't make fun of Superman.
Oh man,
but yeah,
I love
so
Superman.
yeah, Superman's great. Henry Cavill is great. But yeah, so the next gen update obviously that's ray tracing and all kinds of all the bells and whistles. But also of course like new camera modes and some other like quality of life updates. But that's dropping
Is that
on
a
the
nuclear
14th.
missile flying over somebody's house?
Sounds like it.
I heard that too.
yeah, this is
Who is
funny.
it?
Oh man.
Where's it going to fall? Who knows?
Who's playing Call of Duty?
So this got the next gen. This is the next gen update. That's
Yeah.
Next gen update coming on the 14th and it's free for anyone who owns the game.
still going to sell. Is it free from where?
Yeah. Well, I went out and bought, because Bjorn pointed out that if you have the older version, it won't update. So I literally went out and bought the version that you need to get the next gen upgrade on the strength of that. So they're bound to be getting sales.
Yeah,
off
and I
of
mean
it.
it wasn't quite hefty sale. I think it was $9.99
No, it's
for the Game
cheap
of
as
the Year
anything.
edition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
$9.99 for the Game of the Year edition, which includes the DLC, and those DLCs are beloved, like, even more than the original game. So
Yeah.
it's great.
And it's going to be on GeForce Now, so play it when
Yeah.
the 3080.
You can get a head start already if you don't want to. If you
Stunning.
want to look a bit older when you do it.
I wish they did that for Steam.
Yeah.
No, it's on Steam as well, like the next gen update. At least.
Yeah, but if you've got
Really?
if you've got a decent rig, it'll still look gorgeous, wouldn't it, with all that
yeah,
hairworks
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
That's
like
nice. That's
that.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So, so it's basically just a patch, but a patch that adds a lot of things. And one of the things that it also adds is cloud saves.
Oh.
Meaning you with cross-platform
nice.
cloud saving.
Oh, that's good.
My main save with like 150 hours is on PS4. So
Oh,
I'll have to download the game on PS4 this over the weekend, and then when the update drops, update it to back up my save, and then jump over to PC.
Yeah, me and Vet will just take a couple of minutes, sort our 2 hours each out.
Yes. Just
yeah,
start
bet,
over,
yeah,
really,
bet
guys.
love
Come
that
on.
that GeForce Now though. I know that. I know. that.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
supposed to be on the Switch.
I'll give it a
you know?
go. I'll try it. But it's probably only going to garner my attention span for about
Yeah.
2 hours.
It's a game. It's a game I really want to like. That's the thing. The same as Cyberpunk. I really want to like them. They just never bit me.
I think you would like
Cyberpunk, I
Cyberpunk
love
if you played it
Cyberpunk.
if you played it my way, then I think you would enjoy Cyberpunk. You play it the vet way, it's a completely different game.
I've got to. I tell you, I've got to do something because I bought it on Stadia, and I'm literally at the end of the last mission. So, but you know where like you crash into the house and then you've got to make your way past the robots and go up to the stairs. I can't get past the robots. I've got to do that because I know why. Because I didn't progress my character for the rest of the game.
And that's
got
like
so
that's the main
much-
thing.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk is at the end of the day a role playing game.
yeah, that's the thing.
I
That's
had so much. My character progressed so much, and it wasn't from doing missions. It was literally from just the random stuff that I did throughout the game. It just made me gain experience and things. So I'm like, oh, see, I don't have to follow the storyline. The random stuff I do always gets me the increased experience.
Yeah, and I think to your benefit, I usually. I feel the pressure like I really want to finish up the storyline, but I don't have the time to sink in. So I usually just go main story to main story to main story, and then I have the problem, right? Because they assume you're going to do the side content around it, so you're doing it the right way, to be honest. But yeah, we're
I
also
tell
getting.
people that all the time, and nobody listens to me.
I want
Yeah,
That
to.
you're
I'm
doing it the
always
right way.
right.
I see this as my Christmas project. I want to, like I don't know if you guys do this, but every Christmas I like to have a game, and I'm just going to tackle that game. One year it was Mad Max, 1 year it was Death Stranding.
I loved Mad Max.
Oh, superb game!
Such a good game. It's on GFN
Superb
too.
game.
I'm a Mad Max.
I think.
Remember that.
Did you play that
Man,
one, Sharon?
wait, or am I thinking?
I think probably years ago. I think if I
Yeah, it was a
It's
while
so
ago.
good, isn't it? I love
Yeah.
like the sort of
Maybe that
hunchback
one's not on
mechanic. My
GFN.
angel,
Yeah.
they're fixing the car, and you're just driving around like, hell on wheels like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
amazing.
It was a fun game. I barely played it, but it looked fun at least. But other than The Witcher 3, which was obviously the main thing over GFN this Thursday, obviously new seasons for Genshin Impact and Fortnite is out. If they're now also rolling out syncing, like library syncing of for Ubisoft Connect, which is
That's
really
the big
helpful.
one.
That's a big one. That's
Yeah.
a big one.
Yeah.
Making it very simple, and especially considering that Ubisoft is going to give Stadia customers the games that they bought back on PC, then that means very easy to get right into them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also-
maybe that's where half my catalog came from.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting.
And also, if you are in the UK, Netherlands,
yeah,
or
you
Poland,
must
you have there is a deal with the new HP Chromebook. 13.3 inches and like a 30-60-degree design, which is, I'm assuming that it can transform into a tablet.
What's the deal? What's the price deal on it?
You get a 1 month priority membership for free if you buy one of those.
Oh, okay.
So,
Of 3080? Oh, priority.
No,
sorry.
priority. So if you buy one of the, if you need a new Chromebook anyway,
Yeah.
it seems like a good one. If you pick it up, then you have a free month of GFN priority to try it out.
Cool. And obviously, if you go for the new gaming Chromebooks, you get 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but this one is a bit cheaper, so
of course.
I'm assuming that's why you get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously the next gen update for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt comes out on Wednesday, and it's free for anyone who owns the game on Steam, Epic Games, or Good Old Games. And previously, it's been like this weird thing where, like, if you had the like the Good Old Games version of, but the standard version of Good Old Games, that wasn't on GFN, but the Game of the Year edition was, and on Steam it was the other way around. They've also rectified that, or are going to rectify that with the update. So it's just going to be one version of The Witcher 3. No, like that's it. Like either, and if you have the DLC or not, that depends on what you bought. But you can, it's one license, one item in the library. Other than that, we and also like it has RTX global illumination, ray traced ambient occlusion, shadows, reflections, and like all the cinematics used to be pre-rendered. Now they are rendered in real time, so they will be a bit less janky. And it's the DLSS as well. Slight update to the desktop client with the Ubisoft Sync, as we mentioned. Which will also mean you will automatically be logged into your Ubisoft account. That's
Cool.
like,
Yeah.
reducing the
Can I
friction.
get the
Really
update?
important. Sorry?
You have got the update.
I didn't. I'm always the last one. I'm literally, and I complain about it
They
every
do it.
time.
No, they do it on
So I
purpose.
think-
It's actually in the code
I know
that
they
you
do.
get it last.
Yeah.
I think they input that in there. I broke it
Yeah.
down and looked, and it literally says Bet Cloud Gaming last to get
Yeah.
this.
They
Possibly.
do it. They
May
do
not
it in
even get it.
alphabetical order, mate. That's the trouble.
Yep. I mean, I usually use the like browser version anyway. So I don't know when I will be getting the update. But
Have you?
I guess
have
I'll
you
do-
not? Oh, I suppose because your potato laptop. That's all you can run on it. isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think on one of my laptops I do use a desktop client, but
Yeah.
on, like for example on my work laptop, which I like usually that is plugged in with all, like it has all the peripherals already plugged in, so it's just simpler to use that one. But I'm not allowed to install things, so I can install the client. So I have the browser version works just fine. Like I don't.
Yeah,
bother
actually, I've
too
got a
much
bit of a little bit of a tip because you may or may not remember, but I cancelled Ubisoft Plus a little while ago.
Yep.
It was just nothing to play on. I'd played everything. And then they did a deal around Black Friday where I think you could get a month for free or a month at half price or something. So I resubbed. Anyway, I hadn't played anything until they released this new update for Valhalla the other day. And I went in and I thought, this is weird. It's kind of... I tried Far Cry 6 and it was setting me back to the beginning of the game and stuff. I thought, this is really odd. Anyway, it turns out that if you have... if you unsub and then resub, you've got to resync your account within GeForce Now. Otherwise, it doesn't appreciate that you've got Ubisoft Plus. So... but it will still let you play all the games, but you don't have access to the DLCs and saves and stuff. So
you had your saves?
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, oh, it'll keep it even if you cancel. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why. Because I bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the Ultimate Edition, but I bought it on Steam because I don't have Ubisoft Connect, and I got it cheaper, like $20 cheaper than.
Yeah, but Odyssey came out before Ubisoft Connect.
I know. So now I went in. I was like, all right, I'm going to start with my, like 100+ hours that I've already done, where I beat the game and I'm level whatever, and then I look and I'm like, and then my controller somehow went from my hand across the hallway and outside because my save was gone. So I'm like, well, this was just a waste of money. I'm not playing this game ever again, and I'm sad because I between GFN, the PC version, and the Stadia version, I probably put like 400 or 500 hours in, and now that my saves are gone, I refuse to play that game ever again.
I feel you.
Speaking of saves, it's just one game like you were just talking about, Cyberpunk. I got saves over there, and I'm gonna try to transfer it to the Steam account so I could get the game. That's the only thing I'm concerned with. I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah, they it's fairly straightforward, but at this. Where are we? Cyberpunk. Yeah, there's a blog post on how to do it with Cyberpunk, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, they have one. I think
Rockstar was really good about transferring. Rockstar was really good for people when they were transferring their Red Dead. Well, they were not only transferring it up, but they were but they were also upgrading. Like they were giving you more money and things. Like Ray said, he had more money in there when he got his stuff. From where he left off on Stadia, when he transferred it over, they gave him more things, a few more perks for just transferring the game out. I'm like, well, that's very Christmassy of them.
Kind of like Ubisoft
requesting mine.
Yeah, kind of like Ubisoft being like, yeah, we know you're getting your money back, but we're going to give you the games anyway.
Yeah,
that's like really nice of them. There's been a couple of others as well. I think the Ember devs were like, yeah, and I mean the devs for Ember, they were like, yeah, if you. Show us send us an email to this email address with an attached receipt from Stadia, and then we'll just give you the access to the game on Steam.
What the hell? I never got that. Ubisoft never told me that, and Rockstar sent me an email response back saying, "Sorry, you didn't play the game enough, so we're not transferring your save." I was like,
"Did they?
What is this nonsense?"
Wow.
Apparently you had to play it enough on Stadia because if you didn't play it a certain amount, they would not transfer it, and I wasn't aware of that. I was just like, well, I didn't like that game anyways.
Yeah. So Crow is pointing out that they refunded all the in-game money and gold you ever spent. So it would appear that you got back more than
what's Ant saying? I wish I got my memory.
I'm guessing it means a save for Marvel Avengers.
Okay. Or did it? Or
Anthony, they know who you are. That's why you didn't get it. They knew you jump shipped to PlayStation, so they immediately deleted it for you.
But let's continue on with the GFN news because there's it's been racking up to be quite a lot of news today. After all,
can you zoom in a bit? Use the old plus symbol. Because a lot of people watch this on mobile, you see, so they won't be able to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get my spectacles out.
That's probably better. So obviously, Fortnite, as we mentioned, Fortnite Chapter 4 is now available, and as well as Genshin Impact version 3.3. But yeah, as for the games, we get Chained Echoes is a new release on Steam. It's a 16-bit style RPG set in a fantasy world with dragons are as common as piloted mechanized suit. So yeah, and
it seems most games these days have got dragons in, haven't they? It seems to be. It seems to be
quite common.
Dragons are the new something.
They're the
not
new
really
thing
sure where I was
that's
going with
in every game that used to be in every game.
Crow, yes, that's exactly what Rokk is implying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I didn't want to. I was thinking more about vet than anything, but I didn't want to.
I know.
Say
Well, when you
it
see
out
me
Yeah.
zooming in, it's like and
Yeah.
squinting, you know, it's
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steam.
The next game we're getting is Ixion, which is it's basically like a management game. You have the space station, and you are responsible for making sure that the space station is working as it should, while it's traveling trying to find a new home for humanity. So it's like, can you keep
interesting.
it alive and functioning while they float around? It's a management game.
Oh, I thought it was something else. I guess I should have read the description.
No, it took me quite a while to recognize what it was.
So it's giving me the power to run a space station and keep people alive. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna skip that one. I don't even.
They'll die. But again, it could be fun to watch you kill people in a video game. So,
Well, I wouldn't be
why not?
purposely trying to kill them. It just
That's why it would be even more fun. But yeah, you have the space station. You try to maintain it as well as you can. Looks kind of fun. I'm definitely keen on that one myself. Then we have Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign, which is a grand strategy game basically. Think Civilization meets maybe Paradox Games.
Risk.
Oh, this is up your street, isn't it, Bjorn?
Yep.
This looks really.
So it's medieval Europe, and it's like, it feels like a mix of
definitely Civilization. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Civilization meets like Paradox Grand Strategy, and apparently some real time combat. I'm down for it.
I mean, I might
mixed reviews, but still.
I really should start watching the videos for all the games that come instead of just assuming that they're all terrible and I don't want them.
Yeah. No, or
Man,
the downside of that though, if you do, that means you want everybody game.
Is this a game? Is this a game you would play then, Aaron? Is this?
I would. I have owned every Civilization game that has ever been made, all the way back to the DOS, the original. I have all of them. I have Civ 3, 4, 5, and 6 in my Steam account. Civ 6 actually is still installed. I just don't stream those games because I feel that nobody's going to want to watch me sit here with the mouse and point and click and try to take over the entire world. And then usually within 20 minutes, I get annihilated.
You can always contact Steam and see if they do a vet verification process. Just have a little sticker or something that says vet approved, and it'll catch your head.
They should. I've played Civilization a lot. Usually I don't win because I'm the one that starts an all-out nuclear war, and then every nation ends up ganging up against me, and then I get bombed.
The trouble is, he does that in the Viking era. That's the problem.
Yeah.
How the heck that works?
And I mean,
maybe I should.
Crow's pointing out he would watch you play it, and honestly, I kind of want to watch you play it as well.
Switch me between Chariot and so that I get the comments over my face because I'm ugly and Chariot's great looking. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Now you're sorted.
I thought you were going to say me.
That's I don't mind. I'm quite happy.
We're just gonna leave that up there now.
Yeah. Chariot, is this the kind of? Do you play these kind of games? Or this kind of thing that you'd be into?
If it's hard, this type of I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's not. It's too much going on for me. I don't want to game.
Yeah, those type of games. No, that's not my type of games. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
No, I mean, it's not for everyone.
You guys
I know it's a good game. It's like, no, not for me.
I love Civilization, and I love the medieval timepiece. So I think when it gets to modern day, it becomes crap, and it always restarted again. So maybe I'll have a look at this.
Witcher, yes. This game, The Witcher 3s, games like Cyberpunk, survival horror games, sports games. You know, 2 first-person shooters. Those type of my games. Those are my games. I like some
Grand strategy, maybe not so much. But I mean, it is definitely an acquired taste. And I say that as someone who loves the genre, it's an acquired taste. I know it is.
Yeah, no.
How about you?
It's not my.
How about you though?
Nah.
The type of games you like.
What kind of games do I like?
I mean, yeah. The one. How your name?
Oh, Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoy the strategy games in general, like all kinds, especially grand strategy like this, and like European Universalis and Stellaris and other, basically anything the Paradox puts out.
Oh, okay.
But also like I mean, I enjoy some Age of Empires, some Civilization, Humankind,
okay.
but also card battlers and management game sims and city builders.
Okay.
Like I really enjoy that side of it. But at the same time, I'm always down for a good RPG or adventure game, like your Assassin's Creeds or the.
I'm just chuckling
okay.
at Vet calling himself a sophisticated gamer.
That's a funny guy.
Thought you would have get away, did you?
I don't bet like to blow stuff up and bomb stuff. I know bet.
Yeah, exactly.
More intense. More intense.
Look, I thought that comment I would get away with that comment, like the I read a book comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Calling out, mate.
He didn't get. You'd have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Swords.
Yeah. So this is a game from the lovely people at Thunderful. The guys who did Wavetail, but also but also the SteamWorld games, for example, the publisher of that.
This looks
so
cool.
this is
That's interesting.
it's like dodge 'em
Yeah.
up. So it's like an arcade shooter, but instead of shooting, you basically need to dodge incoming attacks, and it looks kind of cool.
See, I'll try something like that. It's games like if it looks interesting, if it's something I'll try out.
Yeah, I mean, this looks interesting. I would suck at this. I can only say like just from looking at this like 5 seconds. Like, I'm gonna be so bad. It would be fun to play, but I would be so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and also slightly cheaper. Steam Deck approved.
Really?
Verified for Steam Deck.
I'm on
so-
Steam Deck. I'm on Steam Deck approved too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Steam Deck. So
yeah,
It's
that'll work for you. Yeah.
always important
Yeah.
to see that verification process.
okay.
It does look
Yeah.
good. It reminds me of that. Is it Wipeout?
Yeah.
Is it Wipeout? You know the game I mean. The one that
Yeah,
came from
yeah, I know
Liverpool.
what you mean.
Oh, PlayStation game.
The Liverpool Studios.
Yeah. Liverpool Studios. Exactly right, my friend. That was a
Wipeout.
great game.
Loved
Great
Wipeout.
game. It does
Yeah.
look like it. Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? But on what looks like water, I guess.
Yeah, water and I mean, and you dodge by going underwater for a few seconds.
Yeah.
It looks fun. We also get Toggies, also from Thunderful, or whatever you say it. 3D puzzle platformer. And I mean, it's cute. Especially those swinging axes in the background there. Those are very cute. I mean, it's one of those like it would be fun to play for a few hours, but I'm not sure I would pick it up myself. But if it's
Got to go
like
and get new headphones. These are broken on me.
Yeah.
I will,
Go for it. So moving on to the next game, then we get Samurai Maiden, and here, Holtz, here you go.
This looks good.
This is for you, Holtz.
There you go.
Oh.
Good old samurai.
So a young woman from the 21st century with a sharp swordsmanship skill finds herself in Honyoji during the Sengoku period, and then you basically, a bunch of girls running around with swords fighting enemies.
That's
Oh,
what
this looks good.
happens when people time travel. This is exactly what happens. They always go back to the samurai.
Yeah, I mean, why? I can understand why. It's a cool time period.
I love the aesthetics of it.
I
Looks
knew
good.
you would.
This looks good. This looks good. This is something
Yeah.
I'll play like this though.
No, I agree. It looks good.
Is this Steam Deck certified as well?
Let's take a look.
Nope.
No,
Oh,
but might play well anyway. You never know.
I can always
Yeah,
play
but
the
it looks-
GFN. the way
Yeah,
that-
'cause the Callisto Protocol plays on this it plays on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, Sean here has a hentai hack and slash. Take my money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to keep like calm, and then the chat's like, we all know what it is. We all.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
And if you do have GFN, definitely go over to Epic this month, this week, because on Epic you can claim Saints Row 4 re-elected for free, which I realize I haven't done. I should probably do that later. So I'll leave this tab open for myself. So this game is free to claim on Epic Games this week, and it's
crazy.
then permanently yours, and it's coming GFN today.
Wow.
So get your ducks in order. And also, last but not least, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is now on Steam, and the Steam version is then obviously also added to GFN. So if you haven't picked it up before, it's on sale even. 65% off. That's decent.
Yeah, I'm glad they're bringing the Ubisoft games to Steam. I hope they bring the Watch Dogs too.
I think they will.
Bring them all.
Yeah, I think they will bring them all over time. I think Ubisoft is one of those companies. They want to be everywhere. So I think they will. But yeah, so that's the GFN news done for this week. But not entirely though, because I don't have an article for this. I don't have it in the show notes. But as we mentioned, I think as Rokk mentioned it on Rokk Around the Clock earlier today, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday it was. That they have GFN has picked a partnership partner in Malaysia. So GFN will be rolling out in Malaysia using the franchising, which is obviously means it's not the. Steam version doesn't allow Steam achievements. So achievements go through Ubisoft Connect. Interesting. It's interesting to take note of. So if you want achievements, then keep that in mind. But yeah, so obviously, whenever GFN launches in new regions with a partner, it's like obviously GFN says, "Here's our tech, here's our library, here's everything. You host this, you sell it." It's like it's part of franchising essentially. But that also means I don't know. I think I'm not sure if it's for all the regions or if it's just some of the regions that they, for example, don't have 3080 tiers in some of them. But I mean, to me and to most people, I think GFN launching in Malaysia by themselves or through a partnership, it's basically the same thing. For most consumers, we won't really care. We just want games through the cloud. So whoever delivers that, it's perfectly fine.
I mean, it's branded GeForce Now.
Yeah. There is a slight distinction there, but it's like, yeah, sure, there's a distinction. It's like this differentiating distinction, but whatever. Like it's GFN at the end of the day. So Malaysia joins then the list of South Africa. We know is coming early next year. You found details of India, and now Malaysia. Wasn't there one more as well? Or
well, they are Australia, but they've been
Australia, yeah. But that's already rolling out. So I mean that's expanding quite a lot. I think they're finding this franchising deal to be working quite well for them.
That's amazing news right here.
Yeah. So I mean, GFN, as someone who creates content with GFN, I mean more audience for me, nice. And for the consumers of those regions, more ways to play games. So to anyone from those regions, welcome to the show.
Is it a certain,
we do this every Thursday.
Is it a certain contract that they have, like a certain duration, or do they just stick to one provider?
I don't know.
There's no way we would know.
I think
they wouldn't give us that kind of commercial information.
No, yeah, that's behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But moving on, then we have some more of the story that just never ends. The Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. The FTC is now suing to block. Who would have thunk?
Are they? Well, there has been talk of it, hasn't there?
Yeah, and as of a few hours ago, they announced that yes, that's they're now suing to block. So another.
If the FTC are going for a block, that's it. Game over.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, FTC won't mess about, and they can.
Yeah, and we already know they're up for inspection in the UK and in Europe. So
yeah,
and I mean, on one hand, like it's probably like for the industry, I can feel it's probably kind of good that we don't get this consolidation.
Super.
But at the same time, like I think Activision Blizzard kind of need that, like. I don't trust the leadership over at Activision Blizzard to right all the wrongs going on in that company by themselves. Yeah, I think they need Microsoft to come in and like clear out all the bad stuff and like start over.
I agree.
So
mean-
for anyone working there, and especially anyone who's haven't experienced all the issues with harassment and things that they've had, I for their sake, I hope the deal does go through. But for like the industry in general, maybe it's a good thing that it doesn't.
Do you think that they will allow it if they were to say sell off King or break up Blizzard?
Yeah,
or...
I think that would be allowed. And it's like to my understanding, King is the like the least the department functioning the best of them in terms of.
It's Candy Crush, Star. I mean,
Yeah.
as it shows here, there's the big mobile games, isn't it? So,
Yeah, and that's what they're after anyway. So
yeah, that's what they really want. They want the mobile
Yeah.
aspect, don't they?
so it wouldn't surprise me if they go like, all right, if we can't do that, can we at least buy King?
Yeah. But then you see, if you were Activision Blizzard, you're going to say, no, we're a huge outfit. We're worth 68 billion with King. You start breaking us up, and it all starts to become.
Yeah, I don't
less-
think they wanna like. I mean, that would mean they would have to tell the shareholders, like, yeah, we're gonna sell King, and that's like half of our business.
Yeah.
Then the shareholders gonna be like, yeah, why are we investing in you again? So I think it will. I don't think they would want to sell King, just not to not show the hands of how badly the rest of the company is doing.
Right. What happened to Vet, by the way? I mean, is this sort of
He's
half
out to-
arrogance?
I think it's his share that he twisted.
It's like he's gone into a parallel universe or something.
I enjoyed having the fireplace there, but that flickering is getting annoying. Now. He's out. He went to grab his pick up his son, but he will.
No,
be back.
he's out back cutting trees down, unlicensed for more
exactly.
fire.
Yeah, see this right here. I like this. See the acquisition of Microsoft, because this helps Nintendo. Because now they talk about they're gonna it's like a collaboration with Nintendo, and I'm, as I always say, I'm a big Nintendo fan
exactly.
as well. And I'm gonna talk. I was just about making a video about that. When I come back, I'm gonna make the video about it, talking about this situation here with Nintendo and Microsoft.
Yeah.
It's good. 10 years.
Yeah, and
Commitment.
I mean, and they, as Tom Warner reports, they did sign that with Nintendo, and it was essentially, if the deal goes through, we'll provide it for 10 years. Which version
good.
we don't know. It could be the, as Sean points out, the mobile version. But even then, I mean, that's also a popular one, so why not? And they offered it to Sony, who was like, "No, we're taking you to court instead." And they offered it to Valve, which is the next story here. Offered it to Valve, like, can we, like, can we do the same deal? 10 years, we can guarantee
Really?
it for you, and then you don't block us. And Valve was basically like, whatever. Like, you want our user base anyway. You gotta bring the games to us anyway, so we don't really care.
See, I
sense.
just really, I love the Nintendo aspect of it, like Cherry, because we haven't had these games since the Wii U. And
Yeah,
I feel like
makes sense.
bringing them to it would actually just be a great thing for this little handheld, or maybe the next iteration of the Switch.
Which is when? Do you know? Have they said?
Well, I think the Switch now is showing the ends of its life cycle, so I
Oh,
think
so
by next year, they'll probably announce that there's going to be a new Switch probably in
probably.
2024. They can optimize, they can use FSR, but I don't think a lot of game developers actually want that. I think they just want to bring a new handheld. It's time. It's been 6 years.
Yeah, it's probably time.
Yeah, but they're still selling. They're still the number one selling console.
But they say that it's actually slowing down now. So, and like the other consoles, like PlayStation 5, is sort of outselling them. So I think it's time to look at the
Yeah,
chart.
it's definitely getting there.
it's time. It's time.
Yeah, and also like Microsoft reporting, they've offered a similar deal to Sony, to the one that they gave to Nintendo, but they haven't accepted it. And Xbox basically, Phil Spencer basically said to them, "From we said it's clear that Sony is spending more time with the regulators than they are with us trying to get this deal done." Like, yeah,
Sony's after the 10-year court case. They're like, no, we'll have the 10-year court case with you.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
So that's what's going on over there. Obviously, Valve then said, "Whatever."
I'm just glad Nintendo took that deal. That's smart for Nintendo to take that deal. Take
Yeah,
it.
and like Nintendo is good for them. It's definitely good that they do it. So I mean, like even if Sony don't take the deal, it's gonna come to PlayStation anyway.
Yeah.
If it goes through. Although now it's looking very much like it won't go through.
Yeah,
So,
because Yeah,
Well,
because Michael, shoot, Activision didn't bring nothing to Nintendo for a long time. So shoot, crazy.
I think like 10 years is a great deal because you probably get about 6 Call of Duties, you probably get like 2 Wolfensteins, a Fallout and stuff like that. So I think it's enough of the library over 10 years.
Yeah. And I mean, as Newell points out, like it's, Microsoft has always been trustworthy with Steam, always followed through with what they said. They brought most of their games to Steam on PC anyway. So anyway, and it was like, yeah, and Steam is a powerful platform. They want to be on here, so we don't need that deal. It's just like there's no point in locking it down like that.
It's crazy.
Like if they want to come, they come. I mean, I kind of like that Gabe has the balls to say that. But yeah, let's give a crack at some Xbox stories. Not a lot of news for Xbox this week. I think the most of the news is going to come tonight, maybe, on the Game Awards. But we have some free play days: Chivalry 2, Shores, and Hell Let Loose, and I think they're all on Game Pass Ultimate anyway. So
Yeah, that's what I thought. So if you've got Game Pass, they're there anyway, aren't they?
yeah, I think so. But if you don't have Game Pass, you can, I think, play it anyway
So it's
this week.
okay. So it's for people that don't have Game Pass, and yeah. Okay.
But then again, you can't play it in the cloud. So I don't know. I'm not really sure how this works. But yeah, always nice to see games going free for a weekend. Metal Hellsinger, great game, up for a nomination in best Game Awards for best music. And I know they're flying out there preparing a live show in the show. I saw on Twitter. But they're getting some more content.
It is a really good game, and the music is royalty free. If you want to stream it, they're not going to come up. Well, not royalty free, but it's streamer friendly, and yet I rarely see anybody streaming it.
Yeah, it's weird. I really want to I've played a little bit on my phone just to try and get a feeling, and for me it's been one of not only is it a really fun game, but it's also like one of those where it's like it starts off with like, all right, let's map your latency, audio latency, and your input latency, and visual latency. Meaning it's a great game to use to play on cloud because it will. Since it does that calibration, it will adjust any latency that you have on your network. It will be adjusted for within that. So
wouldn't that be a great thing for as a tool for someone like GeForce?
Yeah.
To throw it at, here you go, guys. It can actually adjust the game, the speed of the game and everything based on your latency.
Yeah. I mean, they could just go have a. Like a slight, like a menu where you just get those. Here's some beeps. Click any button on the controller, or mouse and keyboard when you hear the beep, and then when you see the flash, and then it's like evens out the latent space of that.
That would be great. Do that. It does work. I mean, it works as well. Have you played this one, Chariot?
I don't. I played something similar to that on Steam. Similar to this, and I forgot. Let me see if I could get the name of the game, and I played something. It's something similar to that.
So you kind of have to shoot to the beat. So there's this kind of heavy metal beat, and you have to.
Yeah, and it's basically the gameplay is quite similar to Doom, I would say.
Yeah, very similar to Doom. And then you fire as long as you get the beat. As long as you can get into the rhythm and you shoot the same time as.
Yeah, that one, Metal Hellslinger. I did play this.
Yeah.
I did play
so good.
Steam. It's a good game. It's hard, but it's good. They come. Yeah, I did play.
Yeah.
On my Steam Deck, it's definitely.
Yeah. I hope it does get an award because I think it
deserves it. Yeah, it really.
A lot of people have overlooked it, and I think it deserves
but way more praise than it gets.
Yeah.
But it's getting some major content updates. It's available for free. So more content comes to the game, which I mean, good.
Down for that.
And I did read an interview earlier this week with Tatiana, singer in Ginger, who's featured on one of the tracks, and she basically said like, it was great fun, and I would love to come back for a second one. So I hope he
Really?
gets a second one.
There are a lot of Scandinavian bands involved in it, aren't there? Because
Yep.
yeah.
I think half of the there's
Yeah,
I
most
think
of
it's
them.
13 singers, and I think half-ish are from Scandinavia.
Wow.
But metal is really big over here. So
I was going to say I'm not surprised because it is.
I think
massive.
Finland has the most metal bands per capita in the world,
Really.
and it's like way more than anyone else.
You can tell just by watching the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah. I mean, Sweden just announced the who's going to be in the Swedish competition that we have to pick the one who's going to compete in the Eurovision. It's just as big as Eurovision, really. And so they announced who's going to be in them, and I think there was one quite big metal band was in that list as well. So hopefully Sweden can send some metal this year. I doubt it, but because we never do. But maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
well,
it really good?
when I go and see bands, I'm like, wow, because people just look the same. And they're like, well, say
Yeah, like,
Epicare or Nightwish. And then when they actually go, we're from this place, I'm like, wow, again, way heavy metal from that place. So I've always wanted to go over and see her live.
Yeah, and it's funny. Nightwish was actually supposed to be in Eurovision at one point.
Warhammer, that's the one.
Warhammer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Warhammer Verdum. Vermintide.
Vermintide, yeah.
That's a great game. That is Vermintide.
Yeah, Darktide, the new one for the sci-fi
Yeah.
version, is also great. You get a shovel. I love shovels.
You do get
There's
you
so
get
many
a
good
shovel
shovel
in that one
puns.
as well.
Yeah, so many good shovel puns you can make while smashing people's heads in.
Vermintide is a great game. Because if you, and I know Darktide's awesome, but it really is like Darktide, but set more in the kind of,
Yeah, fantasy world.
Middle Earth kind of setup.
Yeah, and I mean it's I think and Fat Shark, the developers are Stockholm based, so Sweden represent. Yeah, Backyard Grounded has now had over 15 million players. So congrats to Grounded. I played a little bit, and it was like, yeah, this is probably fun to play with friends, but I don't have any friends to play this. So
I played it solo when it was first pre-released. What was it? What do they call it?
yeah, early access.
Early access, yeah. When it was early access, I played it because I love those games where you're tiny in the real world, and you've got those giant blades of grass and insect mammoths and stuff, and it's a great game. Except the spiders are pretty nasty. You do have
I can
the
imagine.
option. You have an option if you're in any way arachnophobic. You have an option to change them into, not spiders, but they're still pretty nasty.
All the
it's quite a
insects
difficult
with
game.
pincers, all with them pincers and all them eyes. And
I
it's all,
know. It is a great game. I'm not surprised it has that many.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. Obsidian really struck gold these last few years.
Yeah.
I mean, because Obsidian did. I mean, they did Grounded, they did Pentiment, also critically acclaimed. Just this year, they've had that sci-fi shooter role-playing game last year. That was
Which
the
one was
year
that?
before. That was the Outer. Hang on, let's see.
Oh,
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
But I mean, just see our games here. They're working on Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. Pentiment and Grounded was released this year. The Outer Worlds. Pillars of Eternity is amazing. Tyranny is great as well. They did some Pathfinder stuff, so like pen and paper role-playing game digital versions. Armored Warfare, Pillars of Eternity, South Park: The Stick of Truth was Obsidian.
Love that one.
Dungeon Siege 3, Fallout New Vegas, Alpha Protocol, Neverwinter Nights 2. I think they also they started out basically doing taking like BioWare. BioWare did a game, and then they were like, yeah, we want to do a spin-off. Yeah, you guys do it. And then the spin-offs were usually very, very like beloved. And then they did the same with Fallout. Like Fallout 3 was a great beloved game. Fallout New Vegas is like people was like, yeah, it was buggier, but people love it more.
Hey.
So that's back.
They have done some great games. Have you tried Pentiment yet?
A little bit, and I was intrigued and liked what I was seeing, but I didn't have time to really
Outer Worlds
delve
2,
into it at that point.
Outer
There's
Worlds
coming.
2.
Another one coming, and also Avowed. I'm really hyped to see where they do with that.
Outvoid.
Interesting.
Avowed is like their take on like fantasy role playing game. So
Interesting that the thumbnail for Outer Worlds 2 is virtually the same as Outer Worlds, but fuzzier and without another person.
yeah, and a bit more barren, a bit less, more post-apocalyptic maybe.
If it's
Yeah,
anything
so
like
Obsidian-
Rage 2, I'm in.
It's probably gonna be more like Fallout in space.
Can you click on it? Does it give any screens or anything?
Is that a spoiler that he lost the other person in the first game?
I don't know.
Yeah.
New star system, new crew, same Outer Worlds, and yeah, visit the website. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically just a page with a trailer.
No
To the
PlayStation.
place. Yeah, it's
Oh my God.
Xbox exclusive.
Still muted. Who muted me?
I mean, Obsidian is owned by Microsoft nowadays.
We
so-
can hear you. We can hear you.
I know. I just noticed that it was still muted. So I was like, and I just had a nice conversation with Holtz, and he didn't hear a thing.
That's
Well, it blew his hat off, apparently.
Oh,
So I mean, Outer Worlds is Obsidian is owned by Microsoft now. So
I thought it
What
was
a
going to be
cute little-
Barney.
that's when he got his pink notice that he was fired.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a good. This one's
Tell
gonna be
me
a good one
why
right here.
yeah,
Why
looks
does
good.
the logo for the Outer Worlds 2 just look like the guy is confused? It looked like he was scratching his head and he got
Yeah.
lost.
Because his
Yeah, I
friend's
think
gone.
he hasn't got a clue where to go. He's in a savage,
No.
barren wild. Where the hell am I going?
Maybe he just didn't ask his wife for directions and just gave her a little
Yeah,
push.
or maybe
Right
he just
under the
bought a
cliff.
PS5 without telling his wife first.
I don't know anything about that.
Wow.
I bet you don't.
When's it due? What's the drop date?
Let's see if it
We'll
comes.
probably
shows up
say,
again
won't
here.
it? It's coming up. Maybe not. It'll just say
No, it wasn't.
2025 or something.
Doesn't say when.
No, look, see, it doesn't mention
Sometime
it.
next year, maybe next year.
So Windows, I like that they say Windows 10 PCs. Why not Windows 11? If
I
don't
think
have
this
Windows
website
10,
was done before 11 launched.
Well, it wasn't done before PlayStation, though.
No, but it's Xbox, like
Wait,
Microsoft
hasn't-
exclusive.
Ah.
But hasn't
Came-
Windows 11 been around since the Series X and S?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah,
I don't
see?
know why then.
So why? What if I don't? I'm not going to go buy a Windows 10 PC just to play this. I got a Windows 11 PC.
Yeah.
And the good news
They
is
have
it's coming to
Microsoft.
Game Pass anyway, so we don't need
Yeah,
to.
they
Yeah,
won
so it
Game
doesn't
Pass.
matter.
I'm glad I'm on
Yeah.
Steam. I can experience all these games now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they won Game Pass, so
You and your
Like,
fancy
you-
Steam Deck.
um.
Fancy
Well,
pants.
it's not that fancy. It's not that
Oh, what's
fancy.
this? Some Booster news as well.
What's the only thing I
So-
got?
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2. I'm taking this is. It looks like
Yes.
that logo back
Yeah,
there.
I mean
Ah.
the logo's a little bit deceiving, but yes, they did. They were testing it yesterday, and now it's Warzone 2 is on their install list. So if you want to play it in the cloud, you can just go to Boostroid, and if you don't have the service, let me know. I'll give you a link. You can sign up and then play Warzone 2 in the cloud.
Yep.
In the clouds while you're making clouds. I'm gonna stop because I don't know. It sounded real. I had a really cool thing
In your
going.
head, it sounded great, didn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah,
I know.
and then you
As
just
soon as it
messed it up,
passed
mate.
your tongue, it was awful.
And then when we heard the first word, we were like, "That."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was going downhill the moment I like
We just-
stuttered for a moment. I'm like,
we just let it
yeah,
get on with
this
it.
is going nowhere. It was bad.
Yeah, and to
Oh, man.
to you guys in the US, Luna, they did the whole thing like merging the channels into just one big channel, and then they
I
also
have my
said if
theories
you
on
own
this.
Ubisoft games, you can now play them on Luna. So
We're never
Awesome for
ever
you
going
guys over
to
there.
experience the retro and the family channels. I mean,
No,
it's
we're never
never
gonna
going to
do
be a thing for
But
anybody else.
It wasn't that popular though.
No,
From
of
what I
course
gathered, I didn't.
I'm not surprised.
But I have my own
not
theory
surprised
as to what the process is, what they're doing here, and I think by rolling it into these channels, and I could be mistaken, but I think that it's all gonna be just that Luna Plus subscription, but then you're just gonna have either they include it in Prime because everybody has Prime. I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't have Amazon Prime, and around the world, and then once they roll that out, then we will see it rolled out worldwide. And I could be completely off on my theory. It would not surprise me.
How can
very rarely am I
Chariot be watching the show and be in it at the same time? It's just blown my mind.
He has a doppelganger.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Damn, I got a hit. Damn, I got a hit. Oh man, I got. Yeah, I got to head out.
You're welcome.
Work.
Yeah, no worries, brother.
No worries.
Yeah,
You've got to go
Back in
and
time.
cook the spaghetti.
Yeah,
I will. I do want to give. I do want to give us. Oh, go ahead, Sherry.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just but Dad Games. I think I followed you on Twitter, and I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. Check out my channel as well. Come through. You know.
Yeah, definitely check out Jared's Games.
Before you go, just quickly tell us, what have you got coming up, and where can people find you?
Yeah, you find me right here on YouTube, CMG Chariot Man Gaming, and you can find me on Twitter, Chariot Man Gaming. Or, you know, I tweet some. I tweet most of the starts. Put tweets out. Then I'm gonna be putting a lot of content out for Modern Warfare and about Nintendo and all that stuff on my channel.
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna be talking about different other stuff on my channel.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you very much, my friends. Great
yeah,
to have you on.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me. I wish I had to freaking work. I would have been staying because this.
Don't worry. Just listen. Just bag us up a doggy bag and send it over.
I'm still listening to you. I'm listening to the phone. All right.
Might be a bit stale where we get it, but
yeah, it might be. Yeah, put it in the post.
By the
Take care, brother.
It'll be our Christmas dinner.
yeah, take care, man.
Yeah.
By the time it gets over here.
Cheers, dude.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I agree. I think you might be right that it might be going into Luna, into Prime.
Well, Sean says I don't see it going Prime. They'll lose way too much money. I mean, does Amazon really care about losing money? Look at Twitch. Twitch bleeds money on a daily basis for them, so they clearly aren't too concerned about losing money, or they would have dumped that they would have cut that loss a long time ago. But I get
it could certainly be a longer term goal, even if it's not one in the short term.
I don't know. I understand though. I get the whole subscription because Amazon Music, the what is their book thing, Kindle or library, whatever it is, Barnes and Noble. I don't know what it's called.
Audible. Yeah.
I don't do. Yeah, that one. They have Prime Video. They have.
We actually did talk about that before the show. He doesn't do books.
No,
they have all these different services that each have their own monthly fee. But I kind of can see it going into a just an overall Amazon Prime subscription. But and I could be wrong on it. Maybe I am not. We'll have to see. I think though that this makes more sense to have one channel for everything. And then roll it out worldwide, because people don't want to have to do. I want this channel and this and it makes more sense to kind of have just a one-time thing.
I see what you mean, Calvert, but I think about not going to Prime. But I think what they might be doing is to make sure that people incentivize people to stay with Prime. They will just go. Luna is now part of Prime. Luna is the same thing. If you have Prime, you also have access to all of these games through Luna. I think that's what they might be aiming at down the line.
You know what? I could see it that way, where if you have Prime, you can get it, and if you don't, for those that don't have Amazon Prime, you pay the $10 a month. So I could see it that way.
Yeah, I think Prime might have to raise the prices though. But to be honest, I think Prime might be feeling that they might feel like we need to raise prices for Prime. But if we do that, we need to make sure that there's value for people. So they're going to bake this into it.
The thing is, if you raise prices, no matter what they include, if they raise the price, people are going to complain.
Yes.
But they will, I complained. I'm like, my God, I'm paying $17 for Prime now. What the hell are we using it for? And then as I'm saying that, I'm ordering stuff on Prime. I'm like, I need this. I can't believe
I always
that's the key.
I always cancel my Prime all the time, and then every time I buy something off Amazon, they go, "Do you know it's going to cost you £6 to send this parcel?" And I go, "Okay, I'll buy Prime again." They always get me back into the system.
Yeah. And honestly, I didn't know that music is rolled into Prime now. So
because even when Vet says stuff, Vet does no clue that he's actually right.
Yeah, I mean, if they just rolled Amazon Music into Amazon Prime, then it might very much be that this is it's all just gonna be Amazon Prime, the one subscription for everything.
Well, if you think about it, what was Google was, I mean, everybody wanted Google to do that with Stadia, and they ignored it and instead shut it down because that made way more sense to do. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People will continue to complain no matter what. That is.
There is Amazon Music. Yes, actually, they have a music service.
Hey, I've used Amazon Music. I mean, not a lot. I use Apple Music more, but I do want to give a quick shout out since we got the Luna thing up there. Friday, make sure to tune into Ashes to Ashes. He's got a big Luna thing going on. I think it's on Twitch. I just wanted to self-promote him, not myself. I'm thinking of others in this time of holiday cheer.
Sorry, by that, do you mean there's an announcement or just his normal show?
No, well, they tweeted out this really awesome video hyping him up, and it actually hyped me up as well. It was crazy. It's on Twitter. Go check it out. I think I retweeted it. He retweeted it. It's a pretty awesome video that they put together for him.
He's good. He's a good guy, and he's been with doing the whole Luna thing since it started. But I genuinely feel I have it in my bones that they have big announcements coming. You know, it feels to me like they're shifting stuff around. They're making way for a big change.
Yeah, they're making.
Well,
they're making moves but doing nothing. It feels like at the moment, which is usually
they don't have to
setting
rush.
up.
But the thing is, they don't have to rush. None of the cloud services have to rush because if you think about it, when Stadia launched, what happened? Well, no, I get that. Everybody does. But what I'm saying is, when Stadia launched, what happened? Amazon came out. They came out with Luna. Xbox rushed out xCloud and said, "Hey, look what we've got." PlayStation tinkered with theirs, and GFN came out with the 3080. When Google said, "Well, this was a waste of time. Let's shut this crap down," everybody kind of went silent and said, "Well, cloud's not really it." But we know that they are still working on things. All of the services are still working on things in the background. There's just not a need.
And Google is still working on the instant streaming, like the white label thing.
Well, my mindset is...
Well, no one cares about Google at this point. They've burned so many bridges. I don't even know how
they burned the bridge. But
I agree.
I
mean, what happened to that recent big splurge they did with the mobile gaming thing? They were, this whole kind of...
the PC gaming thing. Yeah, that went nowhere. I called exactly. The moment that they announced that, I said it was dead on arrival, and it pretty much was.
and I bet you they had more internal drive behind that at the board level than they did Stadia.
Yeah,
and it just absolutely died a death.
Well, because I think I can tell you that if they did, which was you're probably right, Rokk, and it's only because they just assumed, well, it's Google Play Games. Everybody uses those. That's our moneymaker when it comes to the Play Store. So this is just a no-brainer. And I'm like,
no,
you guys kind of just keep burying yourselves further and further.
Yeah. Optically, I'm getting very tired with Luna because if they don't announce soon that coming to Europe late 2023, early 2024, if they haven't got that message out, I'm just going to keep on thinking it's regressing. You
say that, and the moment that it launches, you will hop on board because you'll be like, "Bet, let's do a couch co-op." That's all it's going to take. It doesn't.
I mean, when it comes, I'm going to try it. Simple as that.
Couch
Alex,
co-op, for me, that's the best feature that I want once it opens up worldwide. Is I cannot wait to utilize that couch co-op to play games with everyone. Everybody else that hasn't had access to that.
Yeah. Alex is one of you who can show a tutorial on how it works, this whole Ubisoft linking thing. No, because we, at least Vet might be able to. We can't, because we're Europe-based, so we can't use it.
I can, basically if you have access
to it... It's a video idea for you, at least, Vet.
Is it available in Mexico then as well?
I've got a question for Vet. No. Do I need a couch to play couch co-op?
That's where Alex is.
Yes. Well, you could get 4 folding chairs, put a sheet over it, and there's a couch. I'm not saying that I've done that before.
If it works, it works. Don't. Yeah.
Hey, as long as there are 4 seats, doesn't matter what it is, it's still a couch. You're just not very cushiony.
And obviously
for that question about the linking thing, when they announced it, when I opened up the Luna app, basically all it had me do was resync my Ubisoft account. I just had to click a button to resync it, and then basically it's essentially, instead of unlinking and re-signing in, you click a button and it links your account, and then that pulls any games that you have from Ubisoft Connect that you purchased into that library. Like, I have 4 available, and then I also noticed when you go to specific games that you can purchase, it gives you the choice of says pay $17.99 a month or whatever it is for Ubisoft Connect or Plus or whatever they call it, or you can just go to the store and buy it. And a lot of times, we know with Ubisoft, they put their stuff on sale all the time. It makes more sense to buy the games outright then pay a subscription fee if you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Anthony,
right.
you're a PlayStation guy, so we don't expect much out of you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same joke.
Just keeping it real, homie.
We love you, man, but we know you're a PlayStation
Yeah.
over Luna. So
Yeah, come on
Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 3, my current early access still, my favorite game period. They also a game that I don't have a way to play right now because it is on Stadia. It's obviously not going to be on Stadia anymore. It's going to come to consoles at some point. It's only on Steam, local in Steam, and I don't have anything to play it on.
It's
I know.
I've never played it though. Is it
I mean,
still early
it
is.
is
Is it ever coming out of it?
next year.
Oh,
Sometime next year,
okay.
probably late next year. But it's so patch 9 is last patch of the year, and as usual, they wipe your saves. So, but with that, and
Why do they
will
do
have
that? Why?
because
Is
it's
that a thing?
I think they do it because it's.
Holds pop back up, and then I see in the chat.
Holt, get out of the chat,
Find your
man.
love.
It was the timing. Sorry.
Every time. That was like last week as well. It was like, what was it? Girls in your
He
city.
leaves.
Yeah.
He leaves, and then as soon as I see him pop up on the
You get some
screen,
porn
No,
links.
that's
Wow.
actually it. It's self promotion. I'm like, go to
I
that
did not
website.
mean to change the subject, but the timing was
Yeah.
perfect.
No, yeah, I noticed it too. Right, where were we?
Damn
Yeah, right.
boss.
So, this patch 9, it's coming on. I don't know. I think it's coming soon. There's a beta branch out already, I think. But they also will be showing off the patch in detail on December 14th. It's adding. What it's adding, we'll see then. But it's roughly 33 gigabytes of a patch, so quite hefty. No longer compatible saves.
Is there going to be much of the game left by the time they actually release it?
Yeah,
you
the thing is, the early access is only Act 1 out of 3. So you get a third of the game is playable now, and
Right.
they will Acts 2 and 3 will not be in early access at all.
Ever.
So they will when the game is fully released,
Okay.
that's when we get access to them. So before then, but I mean, at the same time, in Act 1, you easily have 100 hours. And it's so crazy branching. You can play. Yeah, it basically is how you do the patching. But it's so much branching so that you can easily if you play one class and you go to region to place do a quest. The quest has a completely different branch based on you being in that class. Then maybe you pick another race and go to the same quest, and it's completely different because you're another race, so you have different knowledge. And then if you're a combination of those two classes and that class and that race, then it's a third option. And that branching happens all over the place. It's so good. And also the fact it's you can pick up anything and use it as a weapon. So you can pick up a frying pan, throw it in someone's face, and have them knocked back over a cliff if you want to. That's perfectly fine. So they're moving with that. They keep working on the mechanics, they're refining the gameplay, and then while they're doing that, they're also building out the rest of the content in secret.
Have you done everything there is to do now?
No, I'm not nearly enough.
Really?
I haven't really had time to delve in more than I think 15 hours. I think I've put in so far, but. I know there's easily 100 in there, so I haven't gotten to some of the areas that I know is in there. But so Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely it's my favorite game.
What's interesting is that when it first arrived as a early access, I thought, I don't know, this whole kind of XCOM wasn't really what do you call it? What's it called when?
Yeah, it's a role playing game with.
But where you've got to wait
turn-based.
Turn-based, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, that's not really my thing. Interestingly, since then, I've played a fair few games like it. It's almost like my tastes have caught up with it, and now I'm quite intrigued by it. But I'm not going to invest in it now if it's going to be coming out in.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get in now and have a good time with the first third of the game, you can, and then you can play it all several times and with different classes and get very different experiences. But But yeah, I mean, I totally get waiting for the full release.
It's how much is it though? Is it about
It's
similar to
60.
the full price? 60.
Yeah, full
so
price.
it's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
full
full
price.
right. It is full price.
It is full price. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So like there's no the only benefit of playing it early is you can voice your concerns, and the developers are
Yeah.
quite good at listening to those concerns.
It's canny though, isn't it? I mean, early in the development cycle, they sell the game at full price.
I mean, and I think like this studio they've done that with like Divinity: Original Sin, as Sean went back and rebought.
who did these guys? The same guys?
Yeah, these guys did Divinity: Original Sin.
Larian. Right.
Yeah, Larian. So they made that, and that was a Kickstarter. So and then during the Kickstarter they did this approach. It worked really well for them.
Aw.
Hey, Vet. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, it worked really well for them. So they were like, and I suppose that they were like, yeah, we liked that approach of having the community and the fans being like
Yeah.
quite big part of this, like saying, yeah, this doesn't work. So like this mechanic doesn't really play nice. So they can then get a lot of testing in, and then go back and rework it completely, and then get some more feedback in. I think that several of these systems are reworked several times.
So if you
I
don't
never
like-
got into this game though, and I tried, but I do enjoy watching like William SPG used to play it a lot, and I always enjoyed watching him and Ray play this because it was normally watching those two, and then the other two people he had, I think Callie and David Wilson were in there, and watching the four of them play this, it was usually a lot of chaos. It was a very
And it's a hilarious game. And
usually Wilson or Callie messing something up. So it was fun to watch because they made it like I wanted to try to play the game, even though I knew it was a bad idea.
yeah, and I mean it has 4-player co-op as well.
because it's not a full game, for say, and say you disagree with the progression, how it's been developed, can you actually claim a refund? Because it's not a full
I don't
game?
know. That's a good question. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it?
But yeah, but
You just
but,
gotta read
but if not,
read
then
the
you can say like I
license
don't
agreement.
like you can voice your concerns on the forums, and they might take them into account and fix and change it if they agree with you. So I mean, there's always that. But yeah, I actually don't know. But the game it's incredible. I mean, if you ever played Dungeons and Dragons, like pen and paper role playing game, sit down with your friends and do that and enjoyed that, then you're gonna probably gonna enjoy this game because it's basically a digital version of that. Where the computer is your dungeon master. Like it is built on the Dungeons and Dragons 5 system. So like it caters to all of those mechanics that's in the paper role playing game. So yeah.
And it was it was on Stadia from early release as well.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
they day one release on Stadia, I think.
Yeah, such a shame.
It was funny because when it first came out, I played with Ray and Dr. Spaceman and someone else, and the characters went that way, and I just went solo that way. So when we was watching the streams, I was like, "Where's my party gone?" Then I realised, "Wait here, you didn't even say you were going right. I went left," and it was just I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great fun doing a stream with Vivi and David Wilson, and I'm blanking now on who else was with it. Sorry for that. But we played a charity stream for 2 hours, 2 hours stream where we were all bards. So we were a party of 4 bards going on this adventure together, and being bards in general.
I can see Bjorn knowing everyone's character and the Forgotten. The Forgotten. That's his character name.
No, he'd be doing his evil voice. You've got to listen to his evil voice.
I can bring it out whenever you want.
I don't even notice it sounds exactly the same as his normal voice.
Yeah.
Can you do that voice and say "my precious"? I just want to hear.
My precious. I could also do the I can. I could. I do
It
also have
sort of
these.
reminds me of
I can smell stale beer now. Could you?
It's my hangover from last night.
Oh yeah.
It sort of reminds me of like Valkyrie out of Dark Siders, another demon.
Small girl, small girl.
Oh yes, that's it. That's it. You got it. There you go. There you go. Perfect.
I'm kind of happy
That
with
was
my impression
good.
of
That was a great impression.
Yeah, no, I scared him away with it.
He's actually pointing at me now, and I feel really. I'm suddenly feeling really self-conscious.
Oh my God! Sorry.
It was good.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
great game.
Jesus.
Grab it.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah. Lastly, Game Awards obviously happening in a few hours. I was under the impression it was happening now, but
Yeah, no, it's not till half midnight UK.
yeah, it's so horrible time.
It's about half one in the morning for you.
That late of a time. What?
I think
Well,
they did-
because it's
Well, that was
7:30
good.
Pacific, isn't it? So that's it's Californian time.
We don't care about them people on the Pacific.
they had a
It's about
different.
this
yeah, but
side.
it's Silicon Valley and all that malarkey. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
they did a
Sean,
different
thank
time
you for the
zone last
$5, my friend. Awesome stuff. Thank you.
Awesome.
Just
thank
for the
you.
voices. That's great.
Thank you, Brussels. It's really a lot for that.
Can I do Scooby Doo for a $5? Reggie. It's-
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was just going to mention if you're going to stay up late to watch the Game Awards, I would
shit.
recommend doing so through
God.
through Steam. Because if you go to Steam's website for the Game Awards and
Yeah.
sign up, you have like every minute of the show they will be giving away a Steam Deck.
Well, just
So-
set your machine up and leave it on overnight. You don't have to
Yeah,
watch it,
like
do you?
I don't know, maybe it has to be like the reply to claim or something. But yeah, it's
Every minute they're giving away a Steam Deck.
one
It's
every minute will be given away. Valve is I mean, Valve has so much money,
Yeah, yeah.
so I
So-
suppose
but
that's why.
they limited stocks, though. I mean, unless they've.
I better
Yeah,
be
I don't know.
winning
So
one
just
day.
hit
Never.
register now, and then it's. I think I've already done that. But yeah,
So Vet,
and then the Game Awards Steam Deck drop.
Vet, where's your actually voice impression? Actually,
I don't have one.
That's the one he's been doing all night.
Right here. This is what you get.
I've got a good one. Ho ho ho, and it's not Santa. It's from the porn site.
Was that the chap coming down the road with a box of chocolates for the kids?
No, it's from the site from before.
Oh my God.
So how the giveaway will work? You must enter it before. You must enter it and be watching the Game Awards on Steam. You must be in the US, Canada, UK, or EU, and a lot. Yeah, they have to make that distinction now, don't they?
Store.steampowered.com. There you go.
Yeah, and then you also need to have made a purchase on Steam between November last year and November this year to verify the
That's
country.
all right. I'm
So
making
be
money
good
every
setting,
day
yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So, like, so
gamers
basically,
all
you can't
order-
just create a new account and just hang in there. You need to be a customer with Steam.
Yeah.
And then every minute they during the show, they will a name will be drawn, and it will be announced as I guess we'll have to look over the super detailed rules to find out if you need to
I'll
be
just
in
say if I
actually in
don't
chat.
win one, it's rigged.
Yeah,
I'll just say that.
Just for Vet, I'm gonna pick mine up and go. I won, Vet. I won. Did you get yours, mate?
I got iPhone. That's all I got.
I didn't know you got a Steam Deck, Stephen, sorry.
We were talking about it. Remember on like you were on the Renaissance Man
Steam.
On the Renaissance Man podcast, we were talking about like you returned it, and I was like saying that I might actually return it to Pet.
Yeah. You actually got mine
trying to
sent
pick-
back.
That's what I wonder what all that is.
No, hold, look at the. Okay, yeah. I don't.
Has it got a pubic hair in between the screen? Yeah, that's mine.
Sorry about that.
I'm trying to look because Rokk called you Steve. I just don't see it. You don't know. I can't see pulling up Steve.
He does have he's a soft face of a Steve, doesn't he?
Well, the whole point is we've got. I was going to say this is the end of the show, but the whole point is I've got this like comedy sketch coming up, and we'll talk to Rokk about it. And I'm growing the beard, and I've even got the thick glasses to be a Steve.
Oh
You know what I mean?
Jesus!
So I've got.
Are you at least gonna get a green shirt, green like sweater shirt to wear?
No, you'd be a turtleneck, wouldn't it, to be a Steve?
There you go. That's
One more thing.
Big long up here.
Well, would you look at that?
What's up, guys?
Yay, cowboy!
Cowboy.
Yeah.
This
guys
is
doing?
gonna be awesome.
Epic, Rokk.
feel
It's gonna be epic.
I feel like when Anthony enters, we need to listen to Kid Rock on the Cowboys. Every time that should be his intro now.
How you keeping, Ant?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited for tonight. Come on, guys.
Yeah. What
I know.
what time is it? What time is it on
Requiem,
for
Game
you?
of the year.
It's at 8 p.m. for me. 8 p.m. Eastern.
I'll already
So
be
it's
there.
even earlier for the Pacific then. I
Yeah.
thought it was. I thought it was 7:30 Pacific.
Yeah, and I know Beyond is ready to see God of War take that game of the year.
No.
I mean, very much,
You're
very much
mistaken.
might.
Well, they've confirmed it's going to be a
It was
shorter
a
show
plague
this
tale.
year.
A plague tale. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I was just gonna go say I'm not gonna bother with zooming in on the text because it's a great article, but it's on a Swedish site. But there have been some hints
Hold
on
on,
what's
I gotta
going
get
to
my
be shown today.
spectacles.
I mean, it's Swedish. It's in Swedish anyway. What you gotta
What
do?
is?
Oh, okay. Then I don't.
This article.
That doesn't. No wonder I was struggling.
The article on screen. So the Swedish site FZ has gone through, which is incidentally is the only Swedish site in the jury
My
this year.
spectacles.
They have dug up some details on what's coming in the show. So we thought we could go through that real quick.
Oh, okay.
So it will be slightly shorter than usual, higher tempo than usual, and there's going to be 30 to 40 games being shown off today. And we obviously we don't know exactly what's going to be there, but we do know that like a couple of hours ago, that Blizzard was doing something Diablo 4 related, and it seems that it was I think they were it was some sort of competition for North America, but it might be that we see some Diablo 4 on the Game Awards tonight. It's confirmed that we're going to see Jedi Survivor, the sequel
Nice.
to the previous Star Wars Jedi game. That has been confirmed by Jeff Keighley himself. That's going to be on the show.
Is
we
it
might
is
be
it
getting
EA still?
Yeah, still AA.
So that could
Same-
be on
same dev.
Game Pass then.
Yeah, probably going to be.
Stupid game.
Tekken 8.
Yes.
Tekken's a stupid game.
No, it's not.
It's been-
I love Tekken.
I mean, Tekken 8. They basically they've said.
Oh my God, it's like
Hang on,
it's like
where's
pantomime
Cowboy
between
gone?
it's like pantomime between
That's
Vet and
what
Rock.
I
Oh yes, it is. Oh no,
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Just now I looked up and Ant was there. Like, yay! I looked away and looked up and he's gone again. What's that?
But yeah, Tekken 8. It's basically like get ready, and then the date is basically it's tonight. So
Thanks,
I'm
man.
assuming it's gonna be.
I just got the hashtag. I've
Well,
been
here
reading
he is.
that
Well
over and over, and I
permitted.
just realized
78.
Ashes is in the house. How you doing, brother?
just got that one.
You don't love anything.
He does. He loves himself.
Yeah.
Well,
Does that count?
you know. What can I say?
Yeah, so
Could I ask Beyond
yeah.
what's that guy name again? Vet Rage Gaming. Could I ask you two a question?
Rage.
Let me
course,
see
man.
if Vet Rage is
So
available.
so
He's available.
so here's my question. Me being a fan of PlayStation games, what does that have to do with Luna?
That was
I
just
don't
a
know.
joke, man.
We're talking about Tekken 8. I don't know what do you got going on here?
No, I was just backtracking a little bit. I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
oh no, this not like PlayStation. Like, what does it got to do with Luna?
Look, you can't go that far back in time and bring something up that I'm not going to remember.
All right.
My backtrack memory log is about 5 minutes into the past, and that's as far as I can remember things.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
sure it was
old.
just a stupid joke, to be honest.
Fair enough.
It was.
Uh,
I made it as a joke. You already know it was terrible.
yeah.
Anthony doesn't care about Luna. He says it's terrible and it's going to die.
I
Even
never
though we
said
know
that.
it's
I never said that. I
I
never
was on
said
a
that.
show with FCAT and they both were tag teaming against Luna. It was
No,
really
I never
bad.
said that.
Obviously, we got to get something more about the Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be on the Game Awards. They released a small teaser.
This is going to be the update that you just mentioned.
Yeah, but they're going to mention something more, or maybe they're going to mention the actual release date or something.
Oh,
Anthony, how dare you have your own opinion?
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
Walk right.
So
Yeah,
wait,
then we
so
have
Tekken 8,
505. There we go.
I heard it was a rumor that Tekken 8 would be showed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Tekken's official account tweeted out, "Get ready, save the date, #Tekken," and then the date is
Tekken
today.
8.
So
Oh,
I'm assuming
wow.
it's gonna
I'll
be
be
on the show.
buying if that goes on pre-order tonight when the Game Awards is. I'll definitely
My
pre-order.
Yeah, it
favorite
will be.
fighting game.
2008.
I loved the Tekken series. Those were like
Unreal
some of my
5 this
favorite fight.
No, it's
That one
fighting
and
games.
Virtual Fighter. Those were my two favorite fighting games.
I mean, it's gonna be Unreal 5 this time around as well, so
So you know it's gonna look good.
it's gonna look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, look what they did. Look how good Fortnite looks after getting updated to Unreal 5.
Does
It's
it
like a
look good?
completely different game. Yeah,
Is it?
it is like a completely different game.
Stop there. Stop there. Let's just zoom. I want to take a photo of that QR code. Hang on.
Hey, don't steal my wallet.
No, hang
Who
on,
stole that picture of my wallet?
That QR code leads to this webpage.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, I God,
And it
that's not my
says,
bank account.
visit Rokk City. And yeah, this is it.
And this is all
Oh,
there
that's-
is.
that's where I live.
505.
Yeah, upcoming game from 505 Games. And there's a timer on this hotel taking down for
Oh,
Game
yeah.
Awards.
Oh,
I think
That's
I'm
my hotel. That's the vet hotel.
I think I'm more excited for the world premiere videos than the event. That's one of the things I
I
love
know.
about it.
I know,
You know,
that's what we're all there for.
exactly.
Isn't it sad that like as gamers we are more excited for these kind of shows just to watch the games? It's like what
The
for
trailers,
those that watch
I know.
Super. It's
Yeah.
those for like the kind of like for the guys that like to watch the Super Bowl. We don't care about some care about the game, but the most important thing during the Super Bowl is the commercials.
The ads.
And it's almost like that with the gaming awards. Like I don't
Yeah.
care to listen
I
to you
agree.
talk. Just show me the games. We don't
Then
want
again,
to
if we do get
nonsense.
Joseph, like we are gonna get Joseph Fares on stage again, and he's always fun.
He's mad.
There's a select.
Yeah, I
there's
love
a
him.
select few that
Love the man.
that
Yeah.
I don't really care to listen. I mean, it's mostly I just here to watch the video games.
How long is it
This
on
is
for?
505 things. Sorry. What are you saying?
What do we
Yeah,
think
you-
it is? Did you say?
How long it is?
No, sorry. We've got a load of different threads of conversations going on.
Yeah. I feel better.
No, I mean,
I lost it.
you said it's going to be shorter than normal. How long is it normally on for? 3 hours?
3.5, 4 hours. I think it was last year.
Yeah, it's a long. It's a long.
So it's gonna be
show,
around
isn't it?
two and a half maybe this time.
Yeah.
Ashes, I don't know how to respond to
yeah,
that.
I heard it was going to be shorter. I heard it was going to be shorter this year.
Yeah. See more of
I don't-
Joseph's fingers.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
don't know
flip
how
off
to
the ulcers again.
respond. I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh or be worried.
No, you
What's
will
this-
probably get all of it.
Ton of release days. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Bloody
It's,
And I need the
Raw.
Final Fantasy 16 release date. Tekken 8, Final Fantasy, and stuff.
and
Spider-Man.
apparently a few hours ago, Street Fighter 6 release date was glimpsed on the PlayStation Store and then quickly removed. So it feels like that
Somebody
date
made
is
a-
going to
somebody made
be
a-
announced today.
Does it look like-
Maybe along with a pre-order
2nd of
thing.
June, it says.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
2nd
go.
of June.
See,
And then obviously
What is that?
Kojima
There you
is a big fan of a big friend of Jeff Keighley, so wouldn't be a shock if he shows off anything else.
Well, he's
that's
been
just a
he's
theory.
been spoiling for it. There've been little snippets of
Yeah,
so-called.
it might very much be. Then we have the it's confirmed from the game Wild Hearts, which is a Japanese action role playing game, that there's gonna be some announcement on the Game Awards. Yeah,
I've actually subscribed to EA Play Pro to actually play something like that in January.
What's Play Pro?
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Oh, is this an EA game then? Wild
I'm
Hearts.
yeah, Wild Hearts. I'm pretty sure.
EA
Oh,
Play
really?
Pro is basically the PC version that gives you access to their entire catalog.
Yeah.
For
So you
which
can play any
studio?
of the games
For
through EA.
So in the end,
EA, sorry. Okay.
I sub to get like Need for Speed, then there'll be Wild Hearts, there'll be Dead Space, and there'll be Jedi Survivor. So I thought I'd buy it for
So-
a year. And,
So you have EA Play, which is their base one subscription that
Yeah.
for like some of those bigger titles like Madden 23, Need for Speed, you can get a 10-hour trial. But if you do the Pro subscription, the higher tiered one, then you just get to download the games outright. And it's
so
the Pro is
it's
only
like a
available.
Ubisoft,
for
like
PC.
Ubisoft one.
how much is Pro?
Yeah,
So this is 89. So it's like £15 a month. You
100
can get like £90, 90.
It's like
for the year.
$100 for the year
these-
in the
these
So,
sort of
US dollars.
it's equivalent to Ubisoft,
Ubisoft
Plus.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. But if you're
Slight discount if you go
into
for
the EA ecosystem with their
Yeah,
games,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
worth it.
But the
Yeah, it's 100% worth it.
Unlike you,
Just like with Ubisoft Plus.
These offer an
Yes,
annual, and
exactly.
they sort of slash it by half. So it's a good incentive.
Yeah, it's a good deal. But yeah,
What,
we
Black-
know
Black
Gears of
Friday?
Forest.
No, it's just £90, 89.99 all
Oh,
year
really?
round. So in the end, you just slash it. So I just thought, because I knew there's games coming out like this, I just thought I'll have it for a year.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, so like when GFN got access to EA titles, I was like, oh, sweet. So instead of buying the games, because I didn't feel like spending that much money, I went and paid $30 for the EA Play subscription through Steam. And then I wasn't sure at first if that was going to work with GFN, so I went and spent $100 and bought EA Play Pro as well. And then I realized that both subscriptions would work, and I was like, well, I guess I got them both. Because someone was like, why don't you just refund one? I was like, that requires way too much work. I'd already paid for it. They can just have my money.
Yeah, I feel it.
And let me ask you guys this. Last year, wasn't there a Luna commercial at the Game of the Year Awards? So do you think...
More than one. There was a lot.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Would there be any indication about Luna if there's no commercial this year?
No, I don't think that means much.
But maybe there will be, and that's
Yeah, if there are, then that's a whole different thing.
maybe
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Commercials.
maybe they're going to use today to actually announce some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because remember
Is
last
that
year...
in the chat?
Remember last year when they showed Luna trailers, everybody was like, oh, there was Luna trailers, there wasn't Stadia. So it was a big deal. So, I mean, your presence on the Game of the the Game of the Year is a good thing.
Anthony, that's because we all knew that at that time last year that Stadia was where they were headed. So it was no...
Well, I
it wasn't a
didn't.
shocker.
No, not then. Not at that
I
time.
tried explaining it, and Dr. Spaceman tried
You
explaining it.
had a
and we were
1
stunned
in
by-
2 chance. You had a 1 in 2 chance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, let's put, red or black. It's not hard, is it?
Right, right.
I
I mean-
hey, I got something right. It does. I'm gonna take it for what it's worth.
Have any of you played Monster Hunter?
I
Very
did,
early.
yeah.
Very early.
Well, if you've played
I've
Monster
never
Hunter,
played it.
the fan from it's like a Monster Hunter-esque game, but it's created by EA Wild Arts. So if you like,
I've been told that I should play Monster Hunter for games,
oh, yeah,
but
it'd be a good game for
I don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
No,
But I
You
mean,
might
I was
like
gonna say,
it.
like... No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he might like it, but Monster Hunter, you do got to put some work into it in order to. You either got to have people who will carry you, or you got to put some extra work into it to get stronger to face the tougher monster. But it is very
So I'll
fun.
just find people to carry.
Well-
I mean, not carry me, but help.
Well, Vet's going to help me couch co-op on Luna, so I'll help him in that. Come on, Vet, I'll carry you. Oh my God, you're heavy.
There you go.
Can you do that? Can you couch
You know what?
co-op
The couch.
with Luna?
I
If you're not in the States?
that I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
all.
so. And I think
I
you,
doubt
I think
that.
you
I don't
need
know. I
to
don't have anybody. I guess
create
I
an
could.
account. But
I could set up a.
Yeah.
Probably
Send
not.
send me a link.
Be
Right.
unlikely, I would have thought.
Yeah, I feel so.
Because you've got
account.
that whole play share thing with Ubisoft now. Have you guys seen that? It's in beta, but it allows you. So if you're in, for example, I was in Valhalla earlier, and if you go to the Ubisoft Connect within the game, it basically says you can invite anybody to take your game, to play your game from your save points, etc., and they don't have to own the game.
I
So
completely missed that.
the co-op
Yeah.
is currently limited to the continental U.S. Right now.
For Luna.
Yes, for Luna.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Well,
apparently
makes
they give you a
sense.
code. You just tell them go to luna.amazon.com/couch.
There you go. Share play.
Well,
yes.
there you go. I'm going to
That's
actually
the one.
I'm going to ask Rokk. Rokk, can you do this boss for me? Here's me save. Thank you. Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
It's a free service that lets you share your screen and controls with a remote friend on Ubisoft Connect PC. Stream your game session to showcase key moments of your gameplay, or let your friend take control to try it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to share my screen with Holds. I don't know what he'll do.
I used this feature back in the day of PlayStation 4 with my friends. So that's what
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
do, because PlayStation
Yeah.
4 you could do it without demoing the game.
Yeah, so you can share your game session for a maximum of 60 minutes. There's no limit to the number of sessions you can share with the same friend. You can share either stream your screen or let your friend take control of your play session. Both you need to be running the Ubisoft Connect Friends and have Ubisoft Connect PC running. You need a stable internet connection of at least 10 megabits per second. And it's not supported on multiplayer nor multi-controller yet. So only single player.
It's cloud-based.
Yeah, cloud-based. Interesting. I remember testing playtesting a similar feature back in the day.
They've got a remote play feature also that they've been working on. That isn't, you have to access it via the Ubisoft Connect, the PC app. That'll essentially allows you to send whatever games you have. You can access them on your Android phone.
Interesting. But
See,
is it running
I
then on your
just-
PC then? Or?
I just wonder whether Stadia's at the back of this.
I don't think
that-
so, because
that-
I
that's
remember
exactly
testing this, playtesting a similar part of this feature back in a couple of years ago, before very very early on. I think when we were playing around with, and that was before Stadia, I think so. But it might be. But yeah, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
But just to wrap up the Game Award thing, obviously Joseph Ferris is going to be there and handing over, as he won last year, he's going to hand over his prize, and he's working on something new, so it would be fun if he hinted to what that is. Nakoi Yoshida, the Final Fantasy 16 producer, is going to make a very special live presentation.
Yes.
Might that be a release date, maybe?
Please, do it for me. Just get on the stage and give me the date.
Yeah, and Reggie has left Nintendo of America but he will be on the show as to present an award and not to talk about Zelda. But Reggie is always Reggie, so he's on this list. And also the HBO series will be there, and Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, and as well as Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal from the series will visit the show. And the first trailer dropped there was a trailer dropping a few days ago. It looked so good.
Yeah.
Looked amazing. And both Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson from the game is in the show as minor roles. So
What does she play then?
she plays in the game she plays Ellie, and in the show she plays some minor role.
Okay.
In the show.
Because Troy Baker was what was Troy Baker in recently? He played a guest
Metal Hellsinger. He's the main voice there.
No. Didn't he turn up in a film or a TV series made around a game, or a game that was made into it? I'm sure he turned up as on the beach or something.
That was Nolan North. From
Nolan North.
Oh, Nolan
was
North.
in Charlotte.
Sorry. Yeah.
But I mean, he's.
That's right.
He's Bitter Squirrel in God of War. I mean, just look at the amount of things. I mean, just look at the amount of things on IMDb that he's in a year. Like it's
a portfolio, isn't it? He's almost as prevalent as Bear McCreary.
398 things on IMDb.
Wow.
And most of that is for video games.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about us streaming the show tonight? Because last year they announced you could stream it, and I streamed it. The whole show went through, and the next day YouTube pulled it down. So I'm curious. The very next day they pulled down my stream.
I'm assuming it will be
took
fine.
it away this year to save you from tears. I won't stream it.
Give it to someone special.
God, you went there.
I think what I think it's worth streaming just to have fun with the audience and viewers. Like last year, we had a ball, so it was worth it. Even though they pulled my stream down the next day, just that moment connecting with everybody, laughing, joking, we're on the edge of our seat. I'm going to stream it tonight, and if it gets pulled tomorrow, I don't
I think quite a few people are. I mean, the problem is, and it's not within their gift to say whether HBO are happy for you, to have clips of The Last of Us and stuff.
That's true.
Their stuff between the trailers, not an issue, but the trailers are the copy of the ownership of other people that they cannot deem.
The music in the trailer can be something to bring it down.
Just mention the word Nintendo will get you stripped.
It's true. That's true. But you're right, though. I mean, just do it for the live show, and if it gets taken down afterwards, at least you had a ton of people.
Anthony will also say, I'll also say don't talk about a certain sport that's been ongoing right now, because you will get slapped with a violation, like not a copyright strike, but an outright violation. Like they will. I had that happen on Facebook.
That big event going on in the Middle East.
Me stupid. I'm going to say blah blah that one, and then I was like, he just told me you got a strike.
They deleted one of my Facebook channels. Like I have one that was tied to my sports talk 101, and it got deleted along with all the videos. And I know at least 4 other people that had their videos pulled and put in what's called Facebook jail. Along with me, I got put in the slammer for 2 days for that one. It's not crazy. And it's not even, it has nothing to do with the game, with anything. It's people in the chat that are talking about it, and they're suspending accounts.
Wow.
So
messed up.
I know somebody had the same thing happen. I heard somebody had that happen on YouTube as well. So I'd just say be cautious allowing people to talk about such things.
That is very strange, but I got my stream is scheduled already, so we'll see what happens. It is what it is.
Again, you had a pretty controversial incident on one of your streams anyway, so it's not like yours. YouTube's gonna be like, bro, we're just gonna let him have his shit, because we already saw the one video. We don't even want to go there.
Hey, listen, let it fly.
Yeah.
You guys would be surprised to know I get flagged.
It did let it fly because the fly was down when it happened.
Now you know what messes me up though? Oh, Rokk, you had actually is that having the Chucky on my thing? So he cursed, right? So I don't curse. Yeah, so you know what happened though, Rokk? I switched it, and it was what I thought. So
you
my
had
little
to
Chucky
have a
thing,
YouTube guy watch it with you or something, didn't you?
Yeah, so I had 2 clips. So I have 2 clips, and Chucky kind of cursed back to back. So what happens is I think YouTube AI picks it up and think 2 people are arguing. So what I did to test it is I have 1 clip with him curse, and then I have my thing that says I'm not here to babysit grown man feelings for about 5 seconds, and then I have the same clip with Chucky. I tried it yesterday, and it didn't get me flagged. So I think that's what it was. It thinks 2 people are arguing or something.
So kind of like a verbal
not on your
violence
show.
thing.
Yeah, my show.
I mean, people are arguing, not on your show.
Yeah, right.
On Anthony's show, right?
The thing that made me laugh was when I went about the BBC thing, was that they said because you didn't have your glasses on, you thought some guy was waving at you.
I really did. So what I thought was, well, you got to think about it. At the time, right? At the time, I streamed everything from my monitor. I mean, my laptop, which is 15.6 inches. So you know when somebody's in the waiting room, that box is really small.
Wow.
Yeah. But guys, I just wanted to point out, last year there was 85 million people watching the Game Awards.
85 million.
85 million.
Wow.
So it's a bit like it's good ad space. Definitely good ad space.
So California.
There you go, Vet. There's your odds to win. There's your odds getting lower to actually win a Steam Deck. You versus 85 million.
85 million. That's the state of California. Okay, so as long as we can cut the power, if California has a blackout, then my odds are good.
Yeah.
But this is why they don't want to do physical events anymore, because you get a few 100,000 people walking around for the millions they pay. It's just easier to go. We'll put a trailer on an event watched by 85 million people, and get vastly more value from that than setting up an E3.
They should watch them start charging at some point, or they're going to watch. They're going to hear me talking about this. Charging, you say, and then they're going to start charging 85 million times $5 a ticket.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm guessing it's not free for the developer or the studios to put their trailers up and stuff.
Oh yeah, probably not. But could you imagine if they charged people to attend the event online?
They wouldn't get. They wouldn't get 85 million.
There would be no value in that. Nobody would. There wouldn't be enough. You would have 20% of 85 million, because it would be the 80-20 rule. So you would then,
Well, that's
because
still
it's about volume for these guys. How many eyeballs
Yeah, I
they can
know.
hit.
Yeah.
Because if you're a studio, you're not making money from a ticket
No,
sale,
no,
are you? It's,
definitely not.
No, my studio never makes money. That's why I've got this lovely background.
If you have a PlayStation and you don't have PlayStation Plus, then PlayStation Plus is
don't.
free this weekend. So
I mean, I have
free
PlayStation
weekend
Plus.
for
I don't have.
PlayStation Plus.
what's
I don't have a PlayStation.
GTA 5, Call of Duty.
It's basically
Modern Warfare.
And some other weird
online.
game.
Like
I'm
usually
not-
you have to pay to play online. This
Don't
weekend you
say
don't.
that third game. Don't
Yeah.
do it, Rock.
These are they're not, but they're not on PlayStation Plus normally, are they?
No,
At
no.
least-
It's just like if you want to play online with PlayStation
Yeah.
normally, you need to have the
Okay.
PlayStation Plus. But if you want to play online with these games this week and you don't, and your PlayStation Plus just lapsed, then you're good to go anyway.
That just seems kind of silly because I mean, come on now. If you have a PlayStation, you more than likely have
Yeah.
online multi.
Yes.
I just wanted to mention
it's
it.
Just
Well, you have to have it. I
Well,
mean,
no,
that's
I'm
why
just-
people have to
yeah,
pay for the PlayStation. It's literal. You don't get any choice, do you? This is the crap thing. If you want to play online, you've got to have the very basic entry level plus,
Yeah.
and it's always been the case. It's never made any sense.
No, definitely not. And I think the last story that I had was we mentioned it before. Vampire Survivors is getting a winters themed map,
Ah,
so a DLC coming, the Legacy of the Moonspell. Coming
have
to
you
December
played? Have you
15th.
played this, Ant? The Vampire Survivors thing. Everybody seems to.
Oh man, that game, dude. One day I was playing it, and then I got off, right? And then I went on my phone later on, laying in bed, and I played it over and over. It's addicting, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. That game is
So
addicting.
DLC
Ron
is coming,
loves
and 8 new characters, 13 new weapons, and a brand
Oh, wow.
new map, and 6 brand new music tracks as well. And it's gonna be $2. So I mean, if you have it on, if you have it on
How much
Xcloud,
is
I don't know.
Survivors? How much is Survivors? I know it's free on Game Pass. How much is it normally?
It is coming soon on Steam. Oh.
Oh, so it's not even released
Well,
yet.
Bjorn, because it's a festive special occasion, I want an ice pick to kill my vampires.
There may well be. Then.
Might well be in there.
Yeah, there's all that kind. Look like a nice
Um,
pick up there.
So yeah, and,
What's the
and,
longest any of you guys made it on the game? The longest I stayed on was 14 something minutes.
25 minutes is my record.
which game?
Vampire Survivors.
Sorry, I tuned out.
Game. Hello, Vet. Are you there? Hello.
There's the vet.
Hang on.
Well,
Yes. Which game are we on now?
I lasted 0 minutes.
yeah, I want to just for the sake of it say I'd last
don't
longer
even
by
own
going
that
Stitch.
game.
I didn't last. I mean, I've only played it a bit. The trouble is, at the moment, I'm in that mode where my attention span is awful because of load of work stuff I've got going on. So I would try a game and quite like it, or not, but probably not play it for very long. And that's where I am at the moment. So
Yeah, I mean, for me,
I did
this has
enjoy
been the
it,
game. This has been a game that I mainly play, on my phone using.
switch me with.
Yeah,
um,
hang on, I gotta
Cowboy.
hide that. And
Oh
then,
no! I like that. No, you don't have to switch.
There you go. There you go.
It's the best
Guess it's
game.
always got.
It's the best game on Game Pass.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that it has touch support, that you can play it on your phone.
I bet you've
phone
not
in
played
bed with
Somerville,
Game
have
Pass.
you? I bet none of you have played Somerville on Game Pass.
So
That came
one
out
day I
about
was
the same
playing a
time.
bunch of games, and people kept telling, "What is Somerville?" Because I played a bunch of games. People was telling me to try this, try that.
Somerville
have touch
is
support,
one of
so I
my
didn't try it.
favorite games of the year. It's not very long.
I need to get to
but
it.
it's on Game Pass. It's such a good game.
What
It's
type of game is it? Right?
Science fiction. So
Okay.
it's
Yes,
kind of
please.
game that you'd like. It's there's kind of like an alien invasion, and you don't. But it's a bit. Do you remember that Tom Cruise film, War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. You kind of, what are the aliens? Why are they here? And you've got to try and reunite with your family. Such a good game.
Somerville.
SOM.
So,
What
And
What is the
and it's-
gameplay like?
It's I would say it was pretty unique, to be honest. I mean, it's not. There's no talking in it at all. There's no dialogue. You kind of go through, you have to think about how you solve your way to get through areas. You've got these powers that the aliens, you've managed to get from the aliens. One of them allows you to melt stuff, and the other one allows you to make stuff solid. So to get across water, you might want to use the solid, to kind of make it so you can walk over it. And then you've got some rocks. How do I get through this? And you use this power to melt the rocks and stuff. I loved this game.
really
I completed it.
So it's a puzzle game.
Yeah,
That's like nope.
I didn't sell it, did I? I failed.
I forced myself to say that too. I was like, no, it's a puzzle
I failed.
game.
That was like, it's a puzzle.
You had up until you said, I heard the word solve, and then I was like, oh, I know what this is.
Rudiggs is in the house.
Hey,
Your brother.
Thanks for inviting me. Sorry, I don't have
No worries.
notifications on lock. That PS Plus article you were talking about. Actually, Sony has made first-party titles to keep people engulfed in single-player experiences. So a lot of PlayStation users don't even need the online. They got Horizon Forbidden West. They got God of War coming out. They got Spider-Man. Yeah. They've got so many Forspoken coming out next year. So actually, that jump into the multiplayer world is not something very necessary for the PS users when they're in that ecosystem.
It's an interesting. That's a really interesting point. Of course, it also draws in the fighting tooth and nail to keep Call of Duty, and yet, as you've rightly said, in reality, the question is why, if most people aren't playing multiplayer on PlayStation.
Rokk, I'm glad I get it. Rokk, I know you put the comment up, but guys, just hear me out. It's all called money. Remember, Call of Duty is one of the top selling games of all time every year. Now, the 42% of Call of Duty players play on PlayStation. 42%. So why would they want to lose that money? It doesn't matter how many God of Wars, it doesn't matter how many Horizons, but that's so much money they would lose. Now, 10 years. 10 years cool, but imagine if you had your best-selling coffee and you worked at a coffee shop, and then the manufacturer said, listen, we're going to go a different route, but we're going to let you sell it for 10 years. Well, that's cool, but after 10 years, that's your best-selling, so People make it lightly, and I'm for both, right? If I was Microsoft, fight like hell to get the deal, right? But if I was Sony, fight like hell to not let the deal go through, because that's a lot of money on the table that's gone. And one last thing I say, people say, well, they can make a better game than Call of Duty. Sure, but you know what you can't do? You can't make a more popular game than Call of Duty, because popularity is what sells. So people sell it shortly. Oh yeah, but no, it's popularity equals money. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm confused. You actually said something that made sense. I'm not used to that. Sorry.
Somebody slapped Vet.
Listen, Vet, we were talking about a game, and you didn't even know we were talking about the game.
Well, it was a puzzle game, so
that's what I'm saying. There's Vet clapping. Go, Cowboy! You solved the puzzle. No, we're actually talking about something else. Vet is like,
I'm just like, I'm listening, and I'm like, oh my god, he's making sense. This is not what
that's true.
No, it is. Makes a heap of sense.
Money is money. That's all. They don't want to lose that money.
Yeah.
Well, if they did want to lose the Microsoft, probably shouldn't have told two different governments two different things. That because that deal probably is going to go south real quick now that they got caught.
So what are Microsoft going to do if it does go south? What's their game plan?
I don't know what they got. They're going to have to salvage that. I don't know what else. I don't know if you can salvage the deal. I don't see them getting this deal done. I think they screwed themselves over by getting caught. That was the first mistake. If you're going to lie, do it a little bit better so you can get away with it.
So wait, what did they lie about? I missed that part. What did they lie about?
They told the U.S. government one thing about the deal and it was tied to another studio that they purchased that they kept made exclusives that were going to be exclusive to Xbox, and then they told the EU government something completely different. And somebody snitched on them and said, "Hey, look, they're lying, they're lying." And now the government is and the FTC are suing Microsoft because of that, and which means that this deal is probably going to evaporate faster than it'll probably be dead before Stadia dies.
Yeah, we'll have to see, man. I don't know, man. I think this Microsoft did purchase. I think what they have like 46 new studios. So if they could make a bunch of games, that's compelling, right? But here's the problem: it's a numbers game. If they made a statement, here's I think what's going to harm them. They made a statement and they said all of their first party titles will be included in Game Pass. Now, Sony was smart. Sony said we cannot afford to allow our first party games to be, because that's money, right? So for instance, if I had an in-house subscription and I also made games in-house, and I put those games on the subscription, then I'm going to be losing money, because my hope is that so many people would subscribe. But you got to think, just one game itself must cost so much money. And if you times that by, like somebody the other day said, well, just call it one game. I said, no, the math you're doing is wrong. You're only thinking of one game. You got to think of every game that's on Game Pass and all the deals they had to pay to get those games versus how much money Game Pass could bring in. I don't think it could sustain that amount, you know? So the thing is, they want to make money eventually. So they played a dangerous game by saying, hey, all our first party games will be included, which makes it attractive. Everybody's saying it's the best value in gaming, but eventually over time, it's going to be like, we're giving away in hopes to get, and they're not coming in fast enough. It's kind of like with Stadia. Google said, hey, this is going to be like rival consoles, right? And people like me, I was like, that's great. It's free. But then over time, they couldn't sustain their promise. And that's a dangerous gamble.
That's a fair shout.
Yeah.
But but like we were saying earlier, though, that Phil Spencer himself said the thing they were really keen on was the mobile aspect,
right?
Because that's the one piece of the jigsaw that they don't have. You know, everybody else is big and mobile except for Xbox. So I don't know, but maybe that's the only bit they really wanted, and potentially, if that was the only way to get what they wanted. But I don't know, if I was Activision Blizzard, I wouldn't break up the farm to sell it in piece lots like that.
Right.
It's much better as a whole than it is in its disparate bits.
Definitely.
I mean, there's nobody bigger than King. I mean, if you're looking for that kind of access to a marketplace, and Call of Duty on mobile as well.
Tencent. Tencent is pretty
but
good.
No one's buying Tencent. I mean, they might
be
going back and buy Xbox.
Tencent could just be sitting back waiting for this deal to fall apart and then swoop in and buy them out.
Yeah, but Tencent are buying percentages of everything.
Right.
Yeah, they rarely buy anything out.
Well, yeah, they're doing it the smart way. They're buying.
They buy 15, 20% of everything.
They invest in a company and they say,
like BlackRock, like the private equity boys, they just buy a chunk of
everything.
They
do that, but then they also go like, so now that we've invested like 30, like we bought 30% of the shares in this company. Yeah. How about we handle the distribution in China? And then they make a censored version for China of that game.
Rudigs, do you remember back in the day, and I don't know if it was before you got heavily into Destiny, but Bungie, just after they broke up with Activision, they had a pile of cash come through from a Chinese outfit, and they said that we're building a game for them, and it was about 100 at the time. It was about 100 million or 150 million, which I know pales into insignificance compared to what Sony paid for them. But I don't remember. Do you remember? Was that Tencent, or did they never disclose who that outfit was?
Yeah, I was not privy to that deal. I do know that they were bought out by Sony, and they're moving forward with Destiny Entertainment. They're moving forward with shows, Destiny 2 Mobile.
Yeah. It's all about the IP, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's rolling out. I must have missed the foreign investment that you're speaking of.
It was probably Tencent, to be honest.
I think it was, but they at that time nobody had heard of Tencent. They were, they were nascent at that point. Bungie does deal with Chinese. $100 million investment. This is 2018. Bungie announced.
Oh, that would have been
million...
before Stadia. Yeah.
Yeah. Bungie announces a $100 million partnership with Chinese tech company NetEase, Netease. Are they connected with Tencent at all? This is Verge. Hang on, I'll whack it up. I'm only intrigued because I never remember hearing anything more about this investment. I've just put the link in private there. And they were building kind of a whole new franchise, or at least the Chinese outfit were investing in Bungie to go off in a different direction, but never happened that I'm aware of.
Might have been Tencent buying some shares.
That's what I wonder, whether it was an offshoot of Tencent, NetEase.
Probably was.
They were buying they bought a minority stake.
They're traded on the NASDAQ. They're a pretty big company. They got licenses like Lord of the Rings, Dead by Daylight.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's which Chinese, Japanese, this NetEase Games.
Yeah.
The online division of NetEase Inc. Markets including China and Japan.
It's interesting how there are these shadowy
subsidiaries
outfits.
With the, they own Quantic Dream.
Who was it that recently bought the Lord of the Rings stuff, or at least bought the license?
The license.
That Club Gaming.
Embracer.
Right?
Embracer.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Embracer Group bought the company that
Swedish
owns that basically they bought the company Middle Earth Entertainment. I think it is like the company that handles the distribution.
The family is of the family owned.
Yeah. So basically, Swedish company Embracer Group. They now own the licenses to Lord of the Rings. Period. So
I remember Amazon.
Amazon will pay these guys now.
Yeah, they've still got that game coming out, haven't they?
Oh, wow. So their licenses for World of Warcraft, StarCraft, everything to do with Blizzard are about to expire January 23rd, 2023.
Yeah, and NetEase have them now,
not renewing them.
Who's this? NetEase?
Yeah, this is NetEase again.
Oh. It's a substantial outfit, and we'd not heard of them before. This is my whole point. There are these outfits behind the scenes that they don't need to be public. They don't need to make, but they're driving forces behind a lot of what's going on out there at the moment.
Definitely. Interesting. Speaking of Embracer, apparently they just became approved for trading on the Stockholm Nasdaq exchange.
Did they?
So you can now buy shares in Embracer Group.
Well, I'd be amazed if you didn't personally.
Yeah, I am.
I think it's a safe.
It's a pretty safe purchase. Yeah.
Can you buy? Do you have to be a resident to buy on the Stockholm market?
I think you can. I think you could probably buy from the Stockholm market from most places in the world. To be honest.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that will do the intermediate trade. I don't own shares in anything, by the way. I do.
I buy one share in every major company. That way, I can go to the stockholder meetings just for the free food. You know how many meetings I've attended for Microsoft and a few other companies just for the free food? Because as long as you own, I had a professor in college that told me that as long as you own one share, you are then allowed to go to stockholder these meetings. And
you surprise me because you don't look like a guy that enjoys food.
No, not at
all. No, not at all. But fancy, you do got to get dressed up for them. So I don't. It's the one few times that I've dressed up and try to look like I'm some kind of rich celebrity, and usually they see right through that as I'm the only guy standing by the buffet of food like the whole time. And then I sit down when they're doing the presentation, and I got like 4 plates of food sitting there.
I love these tips of vet. You definitely need to show like vet sense, but like it's spelt like the money sense.
You mean like I think there's a show called Vet Talk that airs tomorrow. Actually, the season premiere, episode 1, it airs, where it'll be just kind of this randomized where you guys are having a serious conversation, and then this is what happens. I just throw out.
That's why you have an open season ticket, my friend.
So
Yeah. Speaking of
tomorrow when I
go
join Vet's show tomorrow, and we're like, you promised me food, Vet. What happens?
Yeah, you don't have a
So
share.
speaking of tomorrow's show,
Tomorrow I have to get one.
let's begin with you then, Vet, because we're all talk about what you have going. What's going on with you over the next week?
In the world of vet gaming. I don't think I'm gonna do any gaming tonight. I'm gonna watch football and eat food. Shocking. But tomorrow, season premiere of Vet Talk, episode 1 will air 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you're not gonna want to miss out. It's gonna be hilarious. It's a completely unscripted show. I was shocked that the networks actually picked it up for a full 10 episode season. I honestly thought they were just going to ball it up and throw it away, but they said, no, we're going to air 10 episodes. You got it locked in. So I'm hoping after that I can pitch it to Netflix and get a whole Netflix series going. It'll be
that will cancel that for season 3 though. But
Can you live stream you pitching to Netflix? Because
yes,
I
please.
would be on the floor.
If this goes well, I swear to God, I will pick Netflix and Amazon. One of them is going to pick this up. It's going to be like a next generation version of The Office, but just with me and random guests, and we're just going to sit around a board table and just talk.
That sounds great, man.
But I've got that. I may do some game streams tomorrow. If I do, it's probably going to be Wolfenstein or something else, whatever piques my interest. But the big one's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be, the funnier episode will be Vet Talk.
Thanks for the raid, by the way.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Cowboy, what's happening over with you?
So tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be streaming the video game awards. So I'm gonna be on an hour before it goes live because I want to first a half an hour just to like laugh and joke and talk to people. Then the pre-show starts half an hour early. So then we do the pre-show because sometimes there's world premiere videos you miss if you don't see the pre-show. Yeah. And so I want to make sure, because I did that last year. I missed it. I was like, oh, wait, what was shown? So and then, my normal thing. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be back. I always switch it up. Well, I stream whenever my wife is not available. So if you see me on the weekends, that means my wife is out. But and she is going to a party on Saturday. So you might see
mine
me.
is too. Maybe they're going together.
So when your wife disappears,
two Sandys,
and you start streaming all the time, then we need to start questioning you.
I don't even know what that meant, but anyway, yeah, that's what I got going on.
All right.
Rokk, what's happening with you?
I don't know. When tomorrow? What? In a minute? I'm gonna be watching Ant doing his show at 12:30. Yeah. I might stick around for an hour. Tomorrow, yeah. So tomorrow, I usually go an hour earlier on Rokk Around the Clock, and I've got this game I've been trying to stream. I was going to do it the other day, and then the whole virus thing kicked in. So I'm going to do a little bit of game streaming, which is quite rare for me. And then it's the Friday members draw. So I'll be drawing a prize for the Team Rokk members. And one more for the 30 Days of Christmas as well. And then Saturday, nice. I'm really excited because I'm going to take my new camera on my first excursion of Rokk Around the Block, which he loves it. Look at his little face. So so I'm going to be when we're finished. Holtz, can I use your face to scour my dishes?
Yeah, exactly. and you can use Bjorn just to dry it.
Yeah. Perfect. Look at that.
Yeah. So Rudigs, what's happening with you this week?
What's happening with Rudigs? Well, you can find me on Twitter and YouTube. It's RUDIGGZ, how it's spelled there. Today is Thursday, so I love to play some GFN on GFN Thursday. So I'll be getting together with my co-host Nads, and we'll be rocking out some GFN tonight on our channel, Next Generation Gaming. So look out for that. And then otherwise, you can find me on weekdays on the Rudigs channel about 10 p.m. I just stream a variety of different games. So
Yeah.
always like to keep it interesting and just play games I like. And then I got family gaming night, which is something I love to do now. I get my siblings together, and there's 6 of us, so whoever can show
Wow.
up, and we all play Fortnite together on GFN. So that's been actually one of my
Nice.
favorite things I've been able to do. So
You stream
I like-
you stream that. That's not just you guys playing.
Yeah,
Do you
we
stream-
stream. So I'm at home. The triplets are at home. We all get into a Discord chat, and so we're talking and streaming. And
Are you
and having
one? Are you a triplet or a,
No, I'm the eldest.
Yeah.
I'm the eldest. So
Right.
I got 2 sisters and then 3 triplets who are all in
Wow.
their teens. So they carry me in Fortnite. I'm not adept in Fortnite.
I
at
can't
all.
imagine.
But they are. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, teenagers in Fortnite. Who?
Yeah.
yeah, it's genetic, and as the hormones increase and they get even better. That's
Yeah.
the scariest thing.
And then they get old and start sucking.
And then
like
they
the rest of
become
us.
like us. Yeah, yeah.
And
And
then
it's
the
Baldur's
reflex
Gate 3 from
slow
then
down.
on in.
Yeah, exactly. Holtz, are you finally gonna create that channel this week?
Well, this week, the producers told Vet Talk that he needs to get a done dirty blonde for eye candy, so Vet invited me on. So I'll be joining his show tomorrow for the premiere. I'll be joining Cowboy tonight for like the second
But
year in the row.
Can
for
I
the
just
Game
point
Awards.
this out?
Yeah, man.
How flipping gorgeous does this look? Look at this. Look, the whole
so good.
purple, the hat, the tree.
I'm trying- You
know what?
I've already screenshotted it for my personal collection.
For the spank bank.
I honestly
Look at
thought
me.
it was
I'm like
most famous on Luna.
I'm like an ugly sandwich. I got these 2 gorgeous pieces of bread either side of me.
Oh, stop it, Rock.
What about the guy above you?
Ugly
I like.
Santa.
What beyond?
I just have a beard. That's it.
That's because we-
He's like a shaven Ewok.
Oh my!
I got nothing on that one.
But hang on, before we go, we've got to get one more. We've got to hear it. Come on, the Precious. Let's get this going down.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God, yes.
Small girl, wow, this is crazy, small girl. Too many princess, master princess. My precious.
Vet's gone.
You scared Vet away.
Yeah, he did the same thing last time.
Yeah.
That's the phone of the impatient group getting Bjorn to do Smeagol in the upcoming.
Yeah, I mean, I'm available. I don't have much else
man.
going on. No,
They
but
never
yeah,
did that in ABBA, did
God.
they?
No, they should have.
Now, Rock, just so you know, Rock, everyone wants your voice.
Why? Where's my voice gone?
Oh, come on, man.
I can do Reggie.
Yeah. Anyone else have anything to add? With something to keep an eye out for?
God of War winning tonight.
Yeah, is
Plague
it?
Tale
Maybe.
Requiem winning. The Plague Tale Requiem
Xenoblade Chronicles
winning.
I don't think Plague Tale's going to win. Who are the nominations to the top 5, the top game?
It's God of
Vet-
War.
Vet Cloud
It's
Gaming.
Plague Tale. It's Stray. It's not Cow Gaming. It's God of War. It's Stray. It's Forza Horizon, Forbidden West.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles. So 6 games.
And
Elden
Yeah.
Ring, and then that
Yeah.
point and click immortality game, I think, too.
It's going to be
No.
That's for another category, though.
So
Yeah, that's what I meant.
minus the cat game, it's probably going to be God of
Stray.
War. Yeah, the
No,
cat
straight.
game. I don't know.
I completed Stray.
Why is
That's
that
not-
even
that's not
on
good
there?
enough.
Why did that even get? Is it because
Dude,
an
I
image of a
don't-
cat got it put on there? I think
you
that's
played
what
it?
it was.
Did you play it?
No, it looks. I don't
Well,
like
shut up,
cats,
then.
so I.
Yeah.
this closing of the show is going on a straight.
The game has you in tears in the first 10 minutes.
It's going to be Elden Ring. That's the favorite anyway,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It might be.
I assume
Might be
these
God of War
games
rather.
pay to be a part of the Game Awards. Like they fill out applications. Each application comes with a money situation. Like it's with any award in any business. Is a
I mean, that's the way it is for all the trailers. For the actual nominees, it's basically they've gone through the like how it happens in some blog posts at some point. But
Oscar.
they basically have a jury of people it's over 100 people from influencers and leading media from all around the world, and they even have certain special people who who do like for accessibility, who come in and
that's cool.
Give say like and then like these esports people, they will be the ones nominating the esports categories. These accessibility experts will be nominating for accessibility awards, and then I don't know. Then obviously,
but
like,
there are
UK,
still
US
games coming out. I mean, they should surely be judging the previous year's games.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the end of November. So if the game came out before December, then it could be counted.
Yeah.
Oh, so then it goes into next year. So anything from the 1st of December goes into next year's game of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Callisto Protocol could be in next year.
Yeah.
You know, if they kill all the bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's only buggy on PC, to be fair. It's actually really good on PlayStation and Xbox.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no issues. I've not run into a single issue other than it's freaking hard.
Wow.
They intentionally put the bugs there on PC because everyone's always heard that PC gamers like to do the fixes. So that's what the intention were there for them.
No, I tell you the problem. The problem is that they built it with Unreal 4 and it can't handle the shaders. It just it just freezes the memory for a second while it's caching all the shaders. If you go back to the same area, it's fine. But when you initially go in, it's like, and depending how your rig is, how underpowered it is, you can be sat there, you can stutter for some time. But it works brilliantly on Xbox and PlayStation. I think it's even better, marginally, very, very marginally. November 18th, yeah, okay. Yeah. So anything after that is next year. That makes sense. They've got to have a.
And they have an FAQ on like how are the nominees selected? Why do you use this year that you're using, and how is the winner selected? So like for the win, like for the actual winners, it's actually blended vote with 90% of.
Did you just say blended goat? Did you just say for the winners they get blended goat?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. No, but it's like I'll show you.
PC gamers must think it's a really scary game. It's like, did you actually, Rokk? Did you see that point in that game? It was really scary. Why? What happened? Oh, the cache buffered. Oh, they must think it was really scary.
yeah. Jump scares.
So how you like the way that they pick the winners of each category is like 90% of the votes are jury votes and then 10% public fan voting. And you can vote on Discord or through the website, but not anymore because it's too late. And in China, fans can vote using Bilibili. And that closed on Wednesday. I've never heard of Bilibili, but apparently that's something.
I just love the way you said it.
Bilibili. But yeah, so that's like all our voting is just 10% of the weight, so to speak.
See, Maker makes a point. So so Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker didn't even get a look in because it came out in December.
Yeah, so, it would be technically it would be then in because since the cutoff was November 18th, it would have been in the lookout, but then possibly ignored by the jury.
Snubbed. Well,
do you know, Bjorn, I actually heard Bilibili is the greatest of all time.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah, and they have like there's an FAQ if you want to read into more how this all works. Apparently quite a hefty one. So yeah, but I don't think we have any more to add to this show.
I just wanted to find out who's going to be on Ant's award show. Who are you having?
Yeah,
on
who will you be?
So,
will just be
Holtz is going to join. Obi Rose is going to join. And and it's
like
open for anybody.
He's like herpes Holtz.
What do you mean?
You can never get rid of him.
At this rate, Vet's going to pay me to go on Steam to try and get him a Steam Deck.
Yeah. I assume you will have log into all of our accounts and be up all night and just win.
I'd be like, I'd be there with tickets. One that says Rokk, one says Bjorn, one says Obi Rose.
I wonder because you have to have bought a game, so you couldn't hack it.
You can't create a new account though. It needs to be an account that's like a month old at least. And also, it seems like you don't need to be like claim your winnings. They like if you're drawn, you'll be notified via email.
That's
So
cool.
you don't have to actually watch it; you just have to be registered.
I think no, it will be like I think you will need to be watching it through these. Like you need to be logged into Steam. You need to be watching through Steam because that way they can see yes you're watching this.
Oh, well, beyond.
So as long as you're watching, but I mean, if you could leave your like the computer on and just leave the room, then you go to sleep. Then perfectly fine.
None of us can win then because Steam would send us saying stop buying your games from CD keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do mention they reserve the rights to like decide like even if they announce
Have a
you as
look
a
at
winner
you.
and then if they then like oh yeah this guy resells keys on a shady website
Yeah, that would be me. I'll be totally knackered.
We'd be like that. I won. Get the email the next day.
No, you know what's going to happen, Holtz? They're going to go, oh, yeah, and this guy Rokk, well, he bought one and sent it back so he can get stuffed.
Yeah, if they for some reason deem that your entry into the giveaway was not done in good faith, then they are allowed to say you didn't win. Sorry.
Well, what's not good faith? Everybody wants to win a Steam Deck.
That's up to them to decide.
Yeah.
So
Could-
yeah, but yeah, once every
Like we
minute,
stand
you
a
need to
chance.
Yeah. 85 million. Good luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you get that nasty end and you go, in good faith, you have to say no, but it's Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then again, you lose all the battles you don't take. So if you don't enter the giveaway, you definitely
see?
won't win anything.
You see, that's a fair point, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But with that, let's wrap this up. As always, thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and everyone in chat, thank you for joining us as well. Don't miss the giveaways that Rokk is doing. Check out his website for all of them, and check out all of these guys. Subscribe to all those channels except Holt because he still doesn't have one.
No, well, he kind of does, but every time I send him a text, he goes, "Oh yeah, just got to talk to my brother and my dad and my second cousin and the Santa giving out boxes of chocolates." And...
Yeah, one of these days he will start making content.
You know what? I'm
But
going to
before
take.
then, don't sub to Holt because he
You know
doesn't
what?
make anything.
I'm going to take Rudig's approach, and I'm going to just bring the family, and you'll be like, "Hey, Zach, do you want to play this game, 8-Twin?" And I'll just
It's not
Yeah,
about.
go
He's
for
gonna
it.
just be like,
It's
I
good
do
times.
stream. I stream on Mixer.
Oh, look at
What's he got?
that.
What's he got? What's he got there?
you go,
There's
Holtz.
pickle. They got pickle. He's got cheese.
I'm gonna
He's-
laugh.
Is that
Now,
sandwiches?
don't drop
My
that.
wife, she made some sliders yesterday. They were so good, so she made them again today. So like little burgers, but she put
Nice.
pickles and cheese and everything on it.
I love
Yeah.
pickle.
Now I'm hungry and I'm supposed to go to bed now.
Well, I did it for Holtz. Holtz is always like, "Listen, you got to show the food." So every time I get food, I show it. It's for Holtz.
no
Holt
joke.
is like a dog, right? If he was there with you now, you'd be talking to us. You'd look down and it would be gone.
You know what, Rock? That's what I'm trying to say. People are walking on. I'm joining on people's streams, and people are passing plates out. Not for you. Show it to Holtz first. I'm like,
That's what we do. That's what we do.
But guys, enjoy everything happening tonight. I will probably leave it on a computer to try to win.
Well
something
done,
and
my
then draw
friend.
Tomorrow,
Awesome show.
See you in a week, and happy to have you all here. The outro is composed by none other than Al Davies. So shout out to him. Let's roll the outro.